Here we are, back live on Facebook for the latter half of the second day of the BUKC 2018 qualifiers. Wilton Mill is the location where 70-odd, in fact 80-odd unis, I think, are battling it out to compete in the BUKC 2018. We had around about 42 yesterday and another 40-odd here today. They're all gathered around the paddock behind me, ready and waiting for the final 5 races of this Sunday afternoon. We've had 5 races this morning. Driving standards were suspect, to say the least. But never fear, Dennis the horse is here. To remedy the situation, we've had to bring in the big man, Dennis, this year on loan from Huddersfield to Leeds. A new signing over the summer, a shock move. Those of us who've been around the BUKC for a couple of years had heart attacks, synchronised heart attacks when we heard about it. Guys, tell us a little bit about why you've decided to bring on such an icon of the sport to your team this year.
Well, it was Becky Reevel's transfer deadline day action. Basically, we got in contact with Huddersfield asking what's going to happen with Dennis. He's not been seen for about a year, so we're going to bring him out of semi-retirement and bring him back and give good luck to the whole of Leeds, really. And it's been going so well.
Becky, is it a tough negotiation?
I think Huddersfield were having issues with Dennis's reputation, so they were kind of happy to, do the transfer, and we're happy to have him. We think he'll bring some fun to the team.
I think if you followed the transfer saga as it unfolded on Facebook over the summer, you will have seen that contract negotiations initially broke down. Dennis did request 4 bushels of apples and a field of fillies for every race he attended, but obviously we managed to get him down to a deal that worked for all the parties involved.
Also with many, many demands. Any comment on the rumours that he always finds himself in the Cardiff tent, naked amongst several of the Cardiff team at the finals party weekend?
Well, look, Dennis, you know what you're getting with him. He's a horse with a reputation. But at the end of the day, we're here to see what he can bring to the team. Not what he's going to take away with his party boy nocturnal activities.
Let's all hope, for the sake of the BUKC, that Dennis can keep his antics on the back pages rather than the front pages of the local tabloids. Guys, thanks for coming to talk to us.
Thanks, Jacob.
Dennis, pleasure to see you again. Stop it. Stop it.
Dennis! Dennis! Come on! Hey!
We've got a bit of history, me and the horse. So there's Dennis, BUKC legend. And speaking of legends, I'm going to interview someone. Piers Pryor is on pole position for this race, having won race number 1. No driver swap for the Loughborough team, who've just realised that we're stood next to them with a camera. Are you rewatching the live stream?
I was watching when I got binned off.
Oh, what happened there?
Well, he just came from nowhere and binned me, so I'm a bit angry.
Oh, was that Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that wasn't good, was it?
That was one of the races where we thought the driving standards were a bit...
Yeah, well, they
suspect.
were. Yeah, I know.
They were. Good recovery, though.
Yeah, I think it
back
started
up to
8th,
9th, was it?
8th, so hopefully we'll get somewhere. The guy who binned me is at the back, so we don't have to worry about him, hopefully. So,
Yes.
but,
Well, let's see what Piers makes of this.
Oh,
If
he'll
he's
win, no
finished
problem.
checking the car. I mean, they're all the same, Piers. That's the idea. We only had one double winner yesterday, Matt Lewis from your rivals Oxford Brooks. Can you be our first today?
I hope so. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? I'll give it my best shot.
Have you had a look back at the stream from the previous race?
I haven't had a chance to look back yet, no.
So you don't know if there's anyone you should be keeping your eye out for?
I think there's quite a lot of quick drivers. I know there's obviously a couple of guys in the race before. Stephen for Huddersfield is obviously always quick. I'm sure there'll be someone kicking around somewhere that give me a fight, but it'd be quite nice if I could have a race that went as well as last time.
Fantastic. Right, who's alongside you?
Don't know.
You're very focused on yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. I'll go find out for you, all right?
Oh, mate, cheers to it.
Before I go and talk to the guy in second place, or girl in second place, it is a guy, I will mention that our producers, Alpha Live, currently sitting on 899 likes on Facebook. Whoever is the 900th like on Facebook will receive a free set of stickers. So we'll head over to their Facebook page, it's Alpha Live, and give them a quick like. Should we get to 1,000 likes over the course of the day, James Fitzhugh will personally come around your house and give you a big kiss. Believe me, I've had a couple of his kisses. They're pretty special and well worth heading over to their Facebook page if you haven't already. They do a lot of good live streaming stuff, and better than most stuff that comes up on your newsfeed. Right, Andrew has given us a wave of some sort from the commentary box, and I have no idea why. He might be signalling me, he might be signalling the Birmingham guys who are lined up second on the grid. Let's go talk to them now. Andrew seems to be waving at you. Three.
What does that mean?
I've no idea. I thought he was going to give you the finger, but then he put three of them up. So maybe there's like a read between the lines kind of thing. He's smirking as if he was trying to give you the finger. Perhaps he didn't want to risk it in case James turned around. Can you beat Piers?
I don't know, maybe if you put 20 kilos on his cart.
Should I do that? No, should
I think you should, yeah.
I've got some radios and stuff in my pockets.
Yeah, just chuck it all on, and then it'd be a little bit fairer. Yeah. I think it's going to be difficult, but I'll have another go, see what happens. I got balked a couple of times with like back markers and stuff in the last one, where I felt like I got a little bit unlucky, but I think it happens to everyone, so it was only like 4 seconds in the end, I think, so we'll see what happens, but there are obviously lots of other quick people, so just hopefully we'll be up here at the end and good result for the team.
All right, I'll go have a look for these other quick people, because I haven't seen them. Yeah, good luck for your race.
Thank you very much.
Okay, shuffling back, Alistair's in 4th place. Not having the onboard camera this time. Too much pressure with the onboard camera?
Yeah, too much pressure, too much of resistance and weight. I mean, I've gone for mine. It's a much more lightweight, up to date model. Just see how it goes, basically.
If you're that concerned about aerodynamics, why don't you lose some weight?
Well, actually, I've put on weight this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
get yourself down the gym, mate.
I normally require about a kilo of lead, and I'm 76 kilos today.
Too much McDonald's, lad.
Well, yeah, no, that is it, to be honest. So yeah, but I don't know what I can do from here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a bit lighter, obviously you'd have a chance to go for the win, but no.
I think Piers is pretty tough.
He's got a gym membership, so...
Oh, has he?
Yeah, that's why he doesn't weigh so much.
I haven't gone to the gym for about 4 years now.
Yeah, mate, it shows.
Right. Next.
Come give me a chat. I mean, take Christmas. Everyone gets fat over Christmas. Come January, just DM me and we'll see if we can start going to the gym together or something like that, all right?
Ooh, is that... Ooh, okay.
Not that I'm trying to help you, but you look like you need it, mate.
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, well, I'll lose. I mean, this is my last year as well now, so...
let yourself go next year when you're a graduate.
Yeah, I need to get into shape quickly. Anyway, you better go.
You have fun, I'll see you later. Alistair there, looking a bit flabby, but nonetheless a decent driver. We're going to hand back up to Howard and Andrew, I hope. Maybe Andrew can give us an explanation as to just what he was trying to signal the Birmingham cart with. If it was rude, please pretend that you can't hear me over the stream, and I'll just try not to get run over.
Thanks, down on the grid. Before we get to the grid, just very, very quickly, scores on the doors, halfway. Loughborough leading 231 points, Leeds A second, 228, Birmingham third, 227, Nottingham and Huddersfield your top 5. Let's crack on with the grid, though. Howard, take it away for race 6.
I'm going to try and beat the graphic here, so we can talk a little bit more. Piers Price starts on pole for Loughborough A, Michael Gibbons starts second for Birmingham A, Josh Watt starts third for Nottingham A, Alistair Mallard starts fourth for Exeter A, Henry Jackson starting fifth for Nottingham Trent A, Huddersfield A are from 6th position with Stephen Letts, Toti Miso starts 7th for Leeds Beckett A, Ryan Luscombe starts his second ever BUKC race 8th for Exeter B, Jake O'Sullivan starts 9th for Birmingham B, Matt Claydon starts 10th for Loughborough C, 11th Adrian Jarrich starting for Kingston A, Liverpool A have Josh Gollinger from 12th place, 13th Charles Tessera for Newcastle B, and Newcastle A will start 14th with Adam Fleming. Justin Sang starts 15th for Coventry B, Loughborough D starts 16th for James Chubb starts 17th for 18th will be Dan Burnett for Durham. Matthew Ryder will start 19th for Loughborough A. Starts 20th for Birmingham C. John Marino starts 21st for Cranfield A. Huddersfield B have Sam Tierney starting 22nd to 23rd with Dominic Linton. And Leicester A. Kingston B will have James Woodthorpe starting 24th. 25th will be Jake Lever for Nottingham C. King's College A will have Jack Kingsley Smith starting 26th. 27th will be Stuart Hardwick for Liverpool C. Cranfield B will have Michael Wagner starting 28th. 29th has Shamik Saeed starting for Manchester B. 30th will be Marcus Jackson for Sheffield Hallam B. Tom Allen starts 31st for Liverpool B. Leicester B have Alex Duffler starting 32nd. Andre Tudor Kotoku starts 35th for Queen Mary Anne. Reading B starts 34th. We don't actually have a driver's name for that, so it's the 83 of Reading B.
Well done, mate. Right, tap me on the shoulder if I need to shut up. This is your top 10 for at halfway. Loughborough lead 2-3-1, Leeds 2-2-8, Birmingham 2-2-7, Nottingham 2-2-20, Huddersfield 2-1-7, Nottingham Trent 2-1-4, Coventry 2-0-8. Those are all A teams. Are we going around again? No, we're not. So here we go.
Start. Piers Pryor and Michael Gibbons on the front row. Hopefully this is going to be a marked improvement in driving standards. Off we go then, race 6 here at Wilton Mill, day 2 of the qualifiers. Piers Pryor leads into turn 1, but Josh Watts has got the steal on Michael Gibbons for second place. So Gibbons down to third for Birmingham A. Alistair Mallard chasing him. No, sorry, the 17 of Nottingham Trent has followed through there and is challenging the Leeds Beckett cart there for 4th place. They all sort themselves out. A clean start, Andrew, through turns 1 and 2. One driver spinning off of his own accord at the back, but a very clean start, what everybody in the paddock needed.
Absolutely, much better by the drivers there. Hopefully that's an example for the rest of the paddock, because sorry to be cynical, this was one of the groups that wasn't a problematic group earlier on. There's one of the Liverpool drivers off, so they're going to be slipping down to the bottom of the field. But end of lap 1 then, and it's the usual suspects up at the front. Piers Pryor leads the race. Nottingham A have had a really good start up into second. Birmingham A with Michael Gibbons there in third. Stephen Letts has had a really good one for Huddersfield. He's up to 4th. Then Nottingham, Trent and Leeds Beckett 5th and 6th.
Absolutely. So good start there, clean start, and we can't go on for too long, Andrew. Oh, there's a bit of an action up at Inkerman's going on there. Yellow flags as well for turns 1 and 2. Can't see a driver off. I'm not sure what it's someone replacing the cone. Yeah. In the apex of turn 1. The drivers, if you missed the end of the last stream, the last race got red flagged due to poor driving standards, and it's not, Andrew, my job to have a rant. We're here just to report what's happening, but let's put it plainly, the driving standards have to be better, being very clear that by John Viger of Club 100, and yeah, as I say, we shouldn't go on about it, should we, mate? But we second the decision to red flag that race, put it that way.
Right, before we get too deep into this, because this has actually been a relatively calm start to this race, which is just what I wanted. Yes. I want to talk about, as Stephen Letts moved past Michael Gibbons there, I want to talk about from 20th place down and the ones that are looking on the bubble. These are absolute positions at halfway. 20th are Birmingham C on 176, 21st are Newcastle B on 172, 22nd are Loughborough D on 171 points, then it's Leeds C in 23rd on 170, Nottingham C 24th on 169, a tie then for 25th between Huddersfield B and Exeter B, and currently King's College A, mostly virtue of Danny Dwyer's win in race 2, are just holding it in there at the moment on 164. Here are the teams on the outside looking in at this time. Liverpool C on 163 are in 28th. Sheffield Hallam A on their BUKC debut are on 161, as that looks like Leeds Beckett making a move up through the field and now losing that position again to Exeter, and it's still 6 from 4 from 10 from 17. Just so we can carry on through, Manchester are currently, as Stephen Letts now looking at the inside of Nottingham and takes second place.
Michael Gibbons tries to come through as well. Sorry, Andrew.
Michael Gibbons tries to go through as well and does so.
And so does Nottingham Trent.
Yeah, and Nottingham Trent's
got past Birmingham. got past Birmingham, and now Nottingham A is looking to salvage something from what's been a disastrous few corners for them. That's Josh Watts in that car, but Henry Jackson of Nottingham Trent came out on top there. Michael Gibbons sort of stays as is because he's gained one and then lost one again. And also, oh no, sorry, that's Huddersfield A working their way through the traffic. Stephen Letts at the wheel.
Just to carry through with the current round
penalty for Birmingham A. Andrew, one of our front runners there.
Bump and pass.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to agree. I have to agree with that one. Manchester currently 30th on 157. Kingston B 150. Cranfield B 150. An interesting one is Coventry B, currently outside looking in. Well, they're 33rd on 142, but they've had some good scores. They've had a 15th, a 12th, and a 14th. If they can replicate that in the second half, they'll comfortably qualify. Queen Mary are then up next on 140, and then the rest of the teams, which I'm sorry are probably not going to stand a chance of getting into mains, are Reading A, Sheffield Hallam B, Durham, Leicester B, Liverpool B, Queen Mary B, Manchester B, and Reading B. And of course, Cranfield C, won't qualify because they are ineligible.
9th place Newcastle B have just been given a black flag and a contact warning as well, as there's a move there that looked like Exeter A trying to execute a pass on, no, it was Leeds Beckett, sorry, getting past Exeter A. So good move there from Toti Miso, experienced racer from Leeds Beckett on the Exeter A driver of Alistair Mallard. And yeah, we're looking at so far a much calmer race, which is good to see. And yes, all those scores critical, of course. If you're just joining us, welcome to the afternoon stream of races 6 through 10 here at Wilton Mill of the second day of the qualifiers. It's critical these teams qualify. As we see, number 8, that's Exeter A, Alistair Mallard going back past Toti Miso. Nice little battle this over 6th place between two pretty experienced drivers of the BUKC here. These two showing how the racing gets done. Really good moves so far from these two. But yes, qualification, that's what's critical. 27 teams today will make it through to the mains. The rest of the 42 we have here today will be invited back to the rookies. Both highly respectable championships, but there will be teams out there who on pace feel they should be in the mains. So the trick is avoid disappointment. Once they've got through to the mains, it counts towards the championship score as well. If you go to the rookies, then your points from today get reset to 0, because there are certain teams who aren't at qualifiers who will take place in the rookies, who have opted that they will focus their efforts on the rookies and not attempt to qualify, which is very rare decision. Some of the small teams choosing to wait until the new calendar year to start their racing for the year. But it counts for points if you get through to the mains today. So the first thing to achieve is qualification. The second thing is as high a finishing position as possible. Loughborough A lead race 6 here at Wilton Mill. Piers Pryor, who took a win earlier on today, looking for his second win. Such a pivotal part of the Loughborough effort that won the championship last year. And if you're thinking, oh, it's the start of the season. Oh, and backmarker gives the opportunity for Gibbons to slip through there on Nottingham Trent. Gibbons of Birmingham A gets past Henry Jackson of Nottingham Trent. And also look out for the number 4 Nottingham car, another Nottingham derby going on. This has been going on all day. Nottingham Trent are intermediate champions from last year. Well, I don't think they're going to be intermediate champions this year, not because they're driving badly, but they're driving far too well to be in the intermediate class, Andrew. They're going to be Prems for sure. Absolutely.
Currently at halfway, they're sitting in 6th place, and the podium today at Wilton Mill for the overall qualifier is not out of the question. As through comes Mallard on Nottingham. So that's Exeter and Alistair Mallard up a position, trying to get past the back marker now as the number 8. Remind me, Howard, who's in the number 4?
Number 4 has Josh Watts at the wheel.
Thank you. So Josh Watts trying to get that position back off Alistair Mallard. Meanwhile, here is your battle for second on the road. No, sorry, third, because Huddersfield are a bit further up the road, actually.
They are, and actually we do have to keep an eye. They're trading fast sector times are Loughborough A and Huddersfield A through the traffic.
Contact warning for the number 72 of Cranfield A, so they don't want to get too many of them. They're currently in 18th place.
Look out for Toti Miso on Josh Watts. The purple garbed driver is Toti Miso for Leeds Beckett, and Henry Jackson of Nottingham Trent all over the back of Michael Gibbons in the Birmingham A cart. Andrew, the teams that have shone through from the morning, I think for me, are Leeds and I would say Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
They're both teams who are, I think, punching slightly higher than their number plate, which is based roughly on last year's finishing positions, denote.
Well, definitely Leeds, seeded number 26 going into the BUKC this year, a second, a first and ninth and a fourth. But as I mentioned earlier, they're in that awkward position now as Gibbons starts to go defensive against the number 17. 66 there, I think, is that Newcastle B.
Yes,
eventually got out of the way.
Charles Tessera in the
and a move there, Alistair Mallard through. Alistair Mallard has taken the chance to move through. Now, I don't want to be that guy, but we've just had a talk about giving each other respect, and I know we don't have blue flags in this series, but for me, if I'm a lap down, okay, that's better, letting those leaders through, but if I'm a lap down, I'm not going to get involved in the battle. I'm just going to let them get on with their race and I'll get on with mine. But here's a battle now between Gibbons and Mallard. Gibbons goes defensive down the inside. We've seen a few people try and throw it around the outside. Mallard not able to do it at that point. Anything into Winkerman's possible? No, not now, but Mallard gets a bit alongside. Now, I'd just query you, Howard, would you start working together if you were Gibbons and Mallard to try and catch back up with Huddersfield and pull yourselves away from the likes of the Nottingham Universities and Leeds Beckett A?
Potentially, yeah, because they could be on for, you know, a second. In fact, the gap between the leaders is only 1.8 as Huddersfield A's Stephen Letts set new fastest lap of the race, 44.384, which, off the top of my head, Andrew, is one of the fastest laps we've seen of the day.
It is the fastest lap of the day.
This, though, is a 5-car battle over third place. And yeah, I think maybe they are just holding station a little bit more. Good sprint race tactics is to hold station for a bit, save the big push until the end of the race, so that, well, it's just good psychologically to wind up to these things toward the end. But also...
Now, Jake O'Sullivan.
Yeah,
Jake O'Sullivan ahead.
Couldn't he? Birmingham B could help Birmingham A quite a bit by making life... We don't want, you know, we've just been talking about racing room and respect. We don't want anything dramatic.
Well done, Jake.
Yeah, that's good. Runs wide and it allows people through. Yes, sorry, they could work together, indeed. They could. It helps, sorry, that was it. It helps to just build yourself up throughout the race, and also if you make if you pounce at the last minute, it means there's less opportunity for your opponent to get you back.
Yeah.
So definitely good sprint racing tactics to build up to something there. Although, hang on, what was that, Andrew? Because the number 4 there has lost out to Toti Miso, so Nottingham A has lost out, I think. I'll check as they come by on the straight. Yeah, Toti Miso, I think Nottingham A got held up in the traffic a bit there.
These guys very, very, very evenly matched. Gibbons continuing to absorb the pressure.
You missed this, Andrew. Second place and received a cone penalty a couple of minutes ago.
Right, at the
so
moment,
5 seconds will be added to Huddersfield A's thing. So yes, these guys should work together, but they're not now. Look at this. The number 10 Birmingham cart, Nottingham Trent, and the Exeter cart, number 8, getting a bit argy-bargy there. And that is a back mark of the number 66. That's Newcastle B off the top of my head. Trying to unlap themselves. Well, I suppose the front runners were getting out of shape, and what are you going to do? Contact warning for Nottingham Trent for that impact up at Christmas. There's also been a trap limit warning for Liverpool B and another contact warning for Huddersfield A, as a contact warning also comes in for Michael Gibbons in the Birmingham A car. These drivers need to calm down, Andrew. 6 minutes 55 to go. We should have made it clear, by the way, these latter races of the day, as the 3 battling over third place play out, it's going to give Mallard a chance in the Exeter kart to have a go at Henry Jackson in the Nottingham Trent kart. No, Nottingham Trent gets ahead of Toti Miso in the Leeds Beckett kart. Can Mallard capitalise on that? No, they can't. look at them nose to tail through here. And it's still Michael Gibbons absorbing the pressure here in the Birmingham A car. There's a contact warning for Leeds Beckett A as well. Alistair Mallard tries to get alongside the Leeds Beckett A car there, but nothing on there. I think all of these 4 guys have had a contact warning of some form, Andrew. Penalty for Nottingham Trent.
Multiple
That's significant. On the back of Michael Gibbons. Well, Michael still defends, but Nottingham Trent now has a penalty. So whilst
Michael's run wide.
Michael's run wide. Well, and Toti Miso in the Leeds Beckett car gets through as well. And all sorts of lariness there. That's the 8. Excuse me.
Alistair Mallard running wide
in the 8.
I think it was just as Birmingham ran wide and came back on circuit. Just nowhere to go for Exeter A, which was unfortunate, as one of the Liverpool drivers is struggling. We should be looking at the lead, really. The lead is down to 0.3 of a second between Piers Pryor and Stephen Letts, and first and second for Loughborough and Huddersfield.
But remember, it's only the lead on the road, Andrew, because Huddersfield needs to pass and get up the road by 5 seconds to negate the cone penalty.
Very true. Here they are, the number 1 and the number 6. They've got a bit of traffic in the shape of the 37 to navigate. Pryor goes to the inside, and Let's try to go through as well. The back markers are fighting amongst themselves. Oh, nervy times for Pryor, but he expertly navigates round the outside of 1. The 37 is up next with 5 minutes to go. This is the race for the lead. Can Piers Pryor take a double for himself? And Let's go up the inside. He's got his nose up the inside. There's another cone penalty for Stephen Letts. So this is all getting, actually, well, it's academic. Letts goes through, but he's got 2 cone penalties and 10 seconds worth of penalties that will demote him now. Actually, that is crucial, because now it's going to put him behind Leeds Beckett A in 3rd.
Number 37 Reading A car playing a starring role. Andrew, we were talking about Reading A the other day.
Yeah.
Name we haven't said, because he's not here.
No.
The Basie Fisher.
No, I thought he was still around, but yeah, it's proving quite difficult for Reading. I don't think they're going to qualify today without Oliver Basie Fisher in that team, which is a shame for them. So there is your change of lead on the road, at least. Stephen Letts taking Piers Pryor for that lead on the road, but 10 seconds worth of penalties is going to put that position change back around. And well, the good news for Huddersfield now is that they have pulled out a 10-second gap over 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. That battle's still going on, so Leeds Beckett A now holding that 3rd place. We know Nottingham Trent have a penalty, we know Birmingham have a penalty, so by my calculations Nottingham are now 4th, that's University of Nottingham, 4th on the road in this one, with Exeter 5th.
Absolutely. So yes, 20 minutes these sprint races, 6 through 10, not 25 like 1 through 5. That's just to ensure that we get the full programmes racing done by the end of the day. Nottingham A has just got past Birmingham A. That's Josh Watts passing Michael Gibbons for 5th place. Though, as you say, Andrew, Gibbons with that 10-second penalty to be applied at the end of the race for bump and pass. Still a lot of penalties playing out at the front of this field.
Liverpool A starting to fall down the order. I don't know if that's just due to positions. Yes, it is. So Liverpool A lose 2 positions on that last lap.
Newcastle B has got past Coventry B and Leicester A on that last lap. And there's another contact warning for Michael Gibbons in the Birmingham A kart.
I know the Loughborough team, very well run outfit. I mean, obviously we were impressed by them last year winning the championship. For me, they've come back even stronger this year, and I'm sure in some way or other that they've messaged to Piers Pryor that all he needs to do is just hold position. Just hold position behind Huddersfield A. They're still going to take the 60 points from this particular race in the Sunday qualifier. Don't need to take any big risks at this point as they move past the 39. Here's your battle for 3rd, which I think Nottingham Trent have now retaken that 3rd place on the road.
They have. So Henry Jackson has got back past Toti Miso.
They do have a penalty.
Yes. So
They do
it's
indeed.
academic in some ways. From a points perspective, Doty can just sit on the back of these guys, and well, he might actually, because it's going to be, well, he's not going to make up 11 seconds now, so there's no need for him to do anything crazy here, so long as Nottingham don't come up to challenge him from behind in the form of Josh Watts.
Look out for Huddersfield B. They're currently 8th on the road. They're a bit on their own, but they've just set the fastest lap of the race, 44.022. That is lightning quick on cold, slippery conditions like today. But I'm looking at the likes of Nottingham, Trent and Birmingham with their penalties in play as, oh, hang on a minute, the lead has swapped back. Why has the lead swapped back on the road on timing? That's something we've not seen in the comms box. But Huddersfield B are now looking at the likes of Birmingham and Nottingham Trent and trying to take their positions away by getting themselves within 10 seconds of those two carts.
Well, if there was a change of position, Andrew, I can confirm that Piers Pryor is definitely back out in front ahead of the Huddersfield cart. Yeah, so if there was a change there, it's...
clearly has been. At the moment, I'm just looking at the times. Actually, no, it's irrespective because Nottingham Trent have a penalty as well. Oh, just as I say that, Huddersfield B get a cone penalty. So they've completely ruined the good work that they were doing. And they're not going to gain those positions by being quick because they've got a penalty of their own.
There have been a lot of cone penalties today. It goes
it's not even gone dark yet, Howard.
No, and this is the thing, and this is what's slightly worrying me, Andrew, is that cone penalties tend to increase slightly when it goes dark, because I know it sounds a bit dramatic, but it is genuinely slightly harder to spot your apex as light levels dip. So that could be interesting. We're on the last lap.
We are on the last lap. Piers Pryor is going to come round to make it 2 wins out of 2 for himself. It's another win for Loughborough. Their championship campaign is starting in style. This is the way you defend a championship. They take another win. For me, they're looking unbeatable today, Howard. I reckon they're going to easily romp to this Sunday qualifier win if they can keep this going. I'm not quite sure what's going on there with that back marker. Huddersfield A finished second, and I reckon they'll hold on to that second place once penalties have been applied. Nottingham Trent finished third on the road, but we know they've got a penalty. That'll give third to Leeds Beckett A. There go one of the Liverpool carts across the line. And fifth were Nottingham. That made me jump. Sixth place were Exeter. Seventh place for Birmingham. I think Birmingham will be a bit disappointed with that one. Not Michael Gibbons' best race, but he'll be back, I'm sure. Huddersfield B were 8th. They got a late penalty. 9th for Exeter. Exeter B. 10th for King's College. That's good points for them. They needed that. 11th for Loughborough D. 12th for Loughborough B. 13th for Liverpool A. And 14th Kingston A. Right, well that was the end of race 6. That was slightly better than the previous races in terms of driver standards, although there's still some work to do. And as I say, that's the end of race 6. We will be back in the comms box with race 7 very, very shortly.
And welcome back to the grid. Piers Pryor, our first double winner of the day, our second double winner of the weekend. Him and the other top few drivers of that race have gone off to be weighed. I expect Piers will come back for his interview shortly. In fact, there he is, just dishing out his weight, transponder and number plate to the team. And he comes over promptly for a chat. Take your helmet off, Piers. Let's see your gorgeous face. Bit of a competition from Stephen Letts there.
Yeah, I know, it was quite good. That was quite good fun, actually. Yeah, Stephen, obviously he was quick. I had a bit of a gap at the start, which held him off for a while, but he had quite a good car, and he was driving quite well and driving hard to get through, as I think he got quite a few penalties on the way anyway, but it was quite good fun. I thought he'd got away. I wasn't too worried because I knew that we hadn't got any penalties and he had a couple, so for the win it was all right, but I just kind of wanted to beat him on track, you know.
You did have 2 cone penalties, so it was kind of never in doubt. You seemed to be pointing at your engine at one point.
I didn't know, it was fine. Everything was fine.
You're just looking for an excuse when he got past you, but now that you've beaten him, it's all right.
Yeah. No, it's all right. Yeah, it was good fun. Another win on the board, so hopefully we can carry on that with the rest of our drivers in the team, and I'd like to come out on top at the end of today. That would be great.
Well, you're looking good so far. Cheers for talking to us, Piers. Perhaps we'll catch up with the Loughborough team in a second. The captain, Ollie Wedden, starting there in 4th place. But let's start with the man on pole. We haven't spoken to him yet today. It's Sam Cassidy. Ineligible for points today, but a very capable driver. Sam, tell us why you're not scoring points, first of all.
Well, I might have graduated. So it kind of rules me out from doing the rest of the championship, which is a bit...
So you raced for Exeter last year, right?
Yeah.
Looking good for them today?
It was looking better this morning. They've had a bit of bad luck throughout the day. Rory had a little bit of a shunt when he was in second, but I think they're looking better this year than they were last year. So.
Yeah, now that you've gone.
Yeah, now that I've gone, yeah, they can have someone that can actually do a race without getting a penalty at the start for jumping it. So.
Right. How are we looking for this race? Do you reckon you can hold Danny off?
I'll try, but because I'm not scoring points, I don't really want to get in his way because they've got their own stuff going on, and I don't really want to be a dick and get in the way. So.
Fair enough. It's a very sportsmanship, the sportsman-like of you.
If one of them hits me on the way past, it might be a different story, but they shouldn't do. They're all clean drivers up here, so.
Great. Let's go. We're going to go see if he is keen to hit you or not. I'd imagine he'll want to stay out of trouble and record a good result for his uni. James Dixon's in my way, but he'll swiftly remove himself from the situation so I can talk to Danny. Get in nice and close with you. That's okay.
I'm enjoying that.
Ooh, hello.
I like it. That's good.
I was going to say you're very warm, but it's the engine.
Okay.
You're a hot guy anyway.
Cheers.
How are we looking? Another win? Can you be our 3rd double winner of the weekend?
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. If we get a clean start, get through the first couple of corners, if it's got some top end, happy days.
Like the sound of that.
Just try not bin it.
You got reigning champions Loughborough behind you. Ollie Wedden, he's a capable driver. Are you worried?
No, I think I annoyed him in the last race of last year, so hopefully I'll do it again.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to get up because I'm hearing some shouting behind me, which might be let's go. Good luck for your race.
Cool, brilliant, good.
Okay, it wasn't someone shouting let's go behind me, so we will have time to talk to Ollie. Let me squeeze in here. Excuse me. Ollie, a bit further up the grid than when I spoke to you earlier. Can we get even further?
Well, that's the plan. I've taken over from Piers' car. He did a good job in it, so hopefully I can do a similar thing.
Yeah, the answer is no, you can't get any further because it's not a 3rd race. This is the last time you'll be on the grid today.
Further.
Yes.
That's the aim.
Yes, let's hope for that. Have a good race. We'll potentially be speaking to one of those 3 drivers again at the end. If not, someone who's more than earned a victory. I'm somehow stuck in the middle again. I'm not very good at this. I must admit, I'm not very good at getting out of the way. I'm going to quickly dash across the track there. Look at that. Some swift movement from myself. Howard, Andrew, can you move as fast as me? I doubt it.
Thank you, Jacob. Down on the grid. Right then, race number 7. Mr. Mather is working out all the important maths. And the graphics have started from 34th, so I'm just going to start giving you the grid. On pole is Sam Cassidy for Cranfield C. Second is Danny Dwyer for King's College A. Third is Tom Taylor for Leeds A. Oliver Wedden starts fourth for Loughborough A. Loughborough B have Max Reed starting fifth. Callum Brewell starts sixth for Cranfield A. We have got the graphics, so I'll wait for that just to catch up a little bit. Seventh is Simon Morton for Birmingham A. Leicester A have Josh Fraser starting eighth. Ninth place will be Chris Gristwood for Nottingham B. 10th will be Aaron Pretty for Nottingham Trent. 11th will be Matthew Arnold for Leeds Beckett A. Loughborough C will be starting 12th with Crispin Zoika at the wheel. Nikita Miliakov will start 13th for Coventry B. Andrew Hunt will start on the 7th row from 14th for Kingston A. Coventry A have George Bridson starting 15th on row 8, and rounding out that row in 16th will be Timmy Pickford for Nottingham C. Row 9 will be Robin Starley starting 17th for Leeds C. Matthew Bryan starting 18th for Sheffield Hallam A. Leeds B will start 19th with Tom Goodwin at the wheel. Sheffield Hallam B will have Hamish Max Johnson starting 20th. 21st will be Daniel Tolley in the Birmingham C cart. 22nd will be Liverpool C with Savannah White-Bent starting there. You've got some results to go through. Ahead. Cool.
Yeah, keep going.
23rd, Newcastle A, Aaron Foster. 24th will be James Grant for Newcastle B. 25th will be Reading A with Sam Schluck at the wheel. Manchester A will be 26th, and it looks like we're good for a start. So it's Exeter B, Liverpool B, Leicester B and Kingston B to round up the top 30, and then it's Birmingham B, Manchester B, Cranfield B, Durham and Queen Mary.
Eyes on the lights as the sun starts to set here at Wilton Mill. We're getting ready for another race. It's green and we go for race 7. No, 8. So it is 7. It's been a long weekend. Danny Dwyer has got off. Oh, and it's all kinds of mess.
Oh dear.
There, it's the 30s. I think that's Matthew Arnold trying to keep it on road. But Danny Dwyer got touched into turn 1 and kind of had nowhere to go but cross the grass and taking a bit of a rallycross line. But there's the 84. That's Cranfield C and Sam Cassidy, which again we're going to be talking about as a non-eligible kart. Now I'd be interested to see that start again and see who caused Danny Dwyer to leave the circuit.
Absolutely. I'm calling that the grid is slightly wrong, because that is definitely not Simon Morton at the wheel of the Birmingham A car.
Yeah, it's Rihanna Percox.
So driver changes can come into effect here. King's College and Danny Dwyer is dropping down the order. Leeds Beckett are dropping down the order as well, as you say, Andrew. They did keep it going though, so King's College have dropped down from
Loughborough going offensive
to 60. Exeter B, Leicester B and Durham all had some kind of track excursion.
Bit of news regarding qualifiers in terms of qualifying for the mains. You might mention or remember when I mentioned earlier in the broadcast this morning my magic number, which is 265. That's the number of points that for last year's qualifiers and yesterday's qualifiers, you scored 265 points or more, you qualified for the mains championship. We already have 5 teams that have done that. This isn't massive news. I think we knew that these teams were going to go through anyway, as I think there has been a change. My goodness, sorry I missed that. Rihanna Percox has got past the Loughborough kart and is absolutely flying away. Loughborough driver now with the attentions of Callum Brewell, who has a little moment through the little... Oh, it's just a... here's the start. I just wanted to see this. So, was it Loughborough? Was it Ollie Wedden slightly getting into the back of Danny Dwyer? The good news is that it wasn't the 84. I was worried that the ineligible 84 had got into Danny Dwyer, but no, he hadn't. So no foul play there.
Top 4 together, Andrew. This is Sam Cassidy ahead of Tom Taylor of Leeds, Oliver Wedden in the Loughborough car, and Rihanna Percox, who, as you say, is absolutely flying at the moment.
Well, here's your 1, 2, 3 at halfway, and Percox looking up the inside and goes past Oliver Wedden. This is really good from Rihanna Percox. She didn't have the best of races in for her first race, starting from pole, but this is good. This is good from Birmingham A, pulling through now and into 3rd place. But I was saying, Loughborough leading at halfway, Leeds second and Birmingham third. We mentioned earlier that we might be talking about these three a lot today, and here we are again in race 7 with all of them right at the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Birmingham A, well, they had a good race just in race 6, but penalties rather undid the good work, although 7th place not the worst result they've had of the day.
I was just going to go back to qualifiers and teams already over the magic 265. Loughborough A, Birmingham A, Nottingham A, Huddersfield A and Nottingham Trent A have all already achieved 265 points or more. Not news, we knew they were going to be in the mains, but they're already, I think, through.
Yeah, if the event were to finish strangely right now, they would be through. Penalty for King's College A for bump and pass.
That's not good news for them. Percox is quick. This is really good.
On the back of Tom Taylor here in the Leeds car as they go on to lap 6.
Now Percox has been quick up to Christmas. Can she get the good run? Can she get the toe? There's Sam Cassidy. There's a yellow flag out, I'm guessing, which is why Sam Cassidy has his hand up in the air, correctly observing that yellow flag. Yep, there's a cart there on the outside of the course. Can't really make out.
She's up the inside of Inkermans though, Andrew. Rihanna Percox is through into 2nd place. Traffic there coming into play slightly maybe as well, but she's back past Tom. Well, she's past Tom Taylor,
and Tom Taylor's now really badly blocked by the back marker. And Ollie Wedden's coming through. Look at Wedden coming through, and that's a position gained by the reigning champion, or one of the reigning champions. Taylor's going to fight back, and Taylor's going to retake the position into the last corner, is he? And my goodness, well done, guys. Both carts kept within track limits there. That just shows you, yes, it can be done.
Yeah, fantastic racing there between those two. Percox, Andrew, chasing the leader here, although she is the points leader on the road. That's not enough for her. She's after the overall on-track win here.
Well,
fastest lap of the race of 44.866, as far as I can tell. The only person who's dipped into the 44s in this race.
Well, this would be quite something, because Rihanna Percox, in her 3rd year in the BUKC, has come so close, so many times over the last 2 years. Very experienced Club 100 racer, raced in the Clubman Sprint class within Club 100 National Championships a few years ago, and it's not everybody who gets to race in that. And this, I'd say, for probably a good 12 months, is Rihanna Percox's best chance of taking a race win in the BUKC. The gap is 1.2 seconds. Look at the gaggle behind. Tom Taylor really soaking up the pressure now from Loughborough A and Loughborough B.
Yeah, the likes of Callum Brule is part of this as well for Cranfield A, and also Aaron Pretty for Nottingham Trent.
What are the sectors like? Sam Cassidy's got the foot down, 18.063 to an 18.293 to Percox in that first sector, but Percox responds. That's 3/10 taken out of Cranfield A's lead in sector 2. This is your battle for 3rd place between Leeds, who are having an absolutely brilliant day, and Loughborough A in 4th. Now the scary thing here with Leeds was having a little chat with Tom Dent during the break. They've not even got their full A team on this kart. They've split their best drivers off across the A and B, hoping to get 2 teams. We do see it sometimes in qualifiers. If they're having this kind of day at qualifiers here, what on earth are they going to do in the later parts of the season? Is this our dark horse? Is this our Loughborough from last year, who we've not talked about at all in terms of championship? Leeds, out of nowhere, are on the scene, Howard.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, everyone down to Coventry A, they're all within 5.2 seconds of each other. This is fantastic, Andrew. This is some of the closest top 10, because we've got here Callum Brule as the gap goes down even further to 0.8 of a second. Rihanna Percox is applying the pressure to Sam Cassidy here, and then as we're looking at here, you've got Leeds A 3rd, Loughborough A 4th, Loughborough B 5th, 6th is Cranfield A, Nottingham Trent is 7th, and Coventry A. We've loved seeing the resurgence of Coventry A today, double champions. They're keeping that going, as there's yellows and Zulu for the 78 who spun round, that being Manchester B. This is fantastic stuff so far in this race. I have to say, Andrew, the one thing that will really be expensive in this top group would be penalties.
Yes.
So they really have to be careful, because here it's going to be more expensive than at most points. Percox still on the back of Cassidy for the lead up the hill, and Tom Taylor absorbing all kinds of pressure from Oliver Wedden as well as Max Reed in the Loughborough B kart, Callum Brule in the Cranfield A kart, and also
traffic, Howard. A lot of traffic ahead of the two leaders. Now, the thing is, this is all kind of academic because Cranfield C aren't technically in the race, but good work by the back markers there. Everybody watching this in race control, that's how you get out the way. That's not how you get out the way if you're the Liverpool driver. But this is a chance now for Percox. There's a yellow flag into turn 1, so no overtaking through here. But is there going to be a chance now for Percox? Very good run up towards Christmas corner. Is Cassidy going to go defensive? No, Percox going down the inside and into the lead. Birmingham lead here at Wilton Mill. Oh my goodness me, could this be the time? Now, the thing with Percox is she's lost race wins before due to cone penalties. I remember there was one at Clay Pigeon a couple of years ago.
It's not just cone penalties, Andrew. Dare we mention Butmore?
Yes,
where
that was
leading,
another one.
well, no, she was challenging for the lead, having worked her way up just like this. Unfortunately misjudged the move and just took the lead driver out, got penalised for it. It was the right call at the time, but it was gutting for Birmingham at the time.
So 10 minutes and 50 to go. A cone penalty for Reading A as the light starts to dip here at Wilton Mill.
She has won races here, Andrew, in the
she has indeed.
Clubmans and lightweights, I believe, as well.
Yep.
So she's got several wins under her belt at Wilton Mill. This is her best track on paper, I believe. Cassidy, though, isn't letting her get away with it in the
yellow flag,
C.
out in through the Zulus.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, behind them, we've got to keep an eye on this because still Tom Taylor is absorbing all the pressure from Oliver Wedding, but Callum Brule, Andrew, is on the move. Cranfield A is now up to 5th place. He's got past Loughborough B and Nottingham Trent.
Scary.
So Callum Brule on the move.
Yeah, absolutely scary moment there for Sam Cassidy as the back marker slightly turned in on him. But start of a new lap then. The best lap at the moment, a 44.410 by the number 10. Nottingham Trent now up to 6th. Really impressed with Nottingham Trent today.
Yep.
They have kicked on. Who's to say that they might not be, podiums for overall when we get to the mains championships proper? We've already said that. I reckon that they're in because they've got 269 points on the board and they've still got 3 races to go.
Exceptionally incredible in the season by the teams that have been at the front zone. The teams who have been at the front yesterday, Andrew, this is going to be, just bear that in mind, folks, at all times. Only half the teams out to play today. We had the other half of them here yesterday, so they're all going to mash together in a few months' time when we start the main championship and the rookie championship.
Yellow flag out.
Yeah.
Well done, number 40, letting the leaders go through. And there's the stationary car. Can't quite make out which one it is. It is so tricky, Christmas corner, because part of it, gravity, always. What was going on there between the 84 and the 40?
That was Sam Caster going a bit wide, I think, to just make sure that the move was done on the back marker, and it just really went wide. So the 40 did do the right thing, kept over to the right, and did allow the 84 didn't hang on for dear life around the outside, for example, into Zulus.
Now, what other battles have we got going out on track? I can see Loughborough A and Cranfield having a good scrap here. So this is Ollie Wedden. Here they are. Thank you, guys. Ollie Wedden and Callum Brule. Callum Brule for the returning Cranfield team is all over the back of the reigning champions. Brule going to the inside. He's got the run. He's got the speed. This is going to be an easy move for Brule. Oh, he's gone very deep on the brakes. No, you've done my error, Callum. That's exactly what I did in the B final of Grads last year. And, well, at least he's got the time to pull that back, but he's just a little bit too late there on the brakes. Howard, he could have probably just braked at the same time as Wedden and he had that move done.
Yeah, Brule's done well though to get from 7th up to 5th in the last few laps whilst we were watching the leaders, so that was he's been racing really well. I'm fairly confident he will be able to set up another opportunity. Oliver Wedden though, as you say, Andrew, one of our defending champions, not going to be an easy pass.
Well, Wedden talked on the BUKC radio podcast how about the last time he raced here at Wilton in the BUKC was the most stressful hour of his life as Loughborough stumbled really to the mains championship victory. It's a good story. Go back to the Mixcloud account, www.mixcloud.com/BUKC to hear the full story. It's quite an entertaining one. But I don't think he's going to be as stressed today. It's been a very very impressive day for Loughborough so far today, and if they can keep this up, I think they're going to win this event with ease. But saying that, they're going to be challenged all the way for every position by the likes of Callum Brewell here in the Cranfield kart. Now here's the replay, Howard, and you see Brewell gets a good run alongside, but he probably just brakes about 2 metres too late, dives for the inside, because you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to overshoot the corner, I've just got to get it in, and yeah, it's just a little bit too late on the brakes there from the Cranfield driver.
Yeah, the other important thing there was that Wedden did give just about enough racing room as well on the left-hand kick afterwards, so he didn't cut off Brewell, which can be another frustrating thing racing here.
Now here's another thing, in this traffic, Loughborough B have been able to catch up Cranfield. You can see the Loughborough B driver there in the black suit with the neon green detailing. There he is, right on the tail of Brewell now. Now what would be a really good teammate play would be to get past Brewell and then start to defend. And look, here we go now, up the inside. That's a fantastic move by Max Reed. We saw him have a really good race earlier on, and that is what I've been impressed with Loughborough today.
And look out for Pretty in the Nottingham Trent car. Aaron Pretty, he's going to now try and capitalise on this and get back past Brewell.
But no, I've been really impressed with Loughborough today in terms of how they've played as a squad. Is that and the cone penalty? Oh, now a cone penalty for the 26.
That's big, Andrew.
Leeds A, currently third on the road. So that's going to put Leeds behind all of this lot that you can see on screen right now.
You said that a penalty would be expensive, Andrew.
Meanwhile, Birmingham still leading this one by 0.6 of a second. But going back to Loughborough, I've been really impressed with how they've sorted themselves out. Oh, careful.
Lovely drone shot there, picking up the Nottingham Trent kart, trying to get past Callum Brewell in the car.
Yeah, but also under a yellow flag. That was very close to an OTY. Oh. Sorry, just to finish this point about Loughborough, I've been really impressed with how they've played things as a squad. They've been working together, and I know for some people I was a little bit critical of Oxford Brooks yesterday at times. And what's going on here? Cranfield involved.
Trent's alongside Brewell, and also Coventry A with Bridson at the wheel is going to try and get in on this as well. Side by side, Nottingham Trent A and Cranfield A towards the line, with Coventry A in the 14 trying to get through as well. Well, Nottingham Trent's through, and he's through as well, Coventry. So Callum Brewell loses the places again, but he's going to get the switch back. Is he going to have the run up the hill to get back past George Bridson in the Coventry A car? He is indeed. This time he doesn't go too deep like he did earlier against Loughborough A. Manages to recoup some of what was lost, but Nottingham Trent, with Aidan Pretty at the wheel, Aaron Pretty, isn't it? Indeed it is. Back past Callum Brewell. This has been a fantastic race-long fight here, Andrew.
Driver in the red suit and white shoulders doing a good job getting out of the way, but over the inside, there goes Brewell again. He's passed another one. It's on the traffic. Apologies.
Lovely drone shot, and the battle over 6th place, Nottingham Trent, ahead of Cranfield A, ahead of Coventry A. Fantastic effort.
Loughborough A trying to stay in touch with Leeds A in terms of their 5-second penalty. The gap is 0.4 of a second. Leeds need another 0.4 of a second to make that third place their own, even with the penalty. There's a yellow flag down through the Zulus. I think someone's gone off at Zulu 3 again. Yes, it's a Liverpool kart.
57.
Sorry, Liverpool. That's
Liverpool
15 spins on the live you know, it's all in good jest. Birmingham A still leading them, but I have to say, Sam Cassidy is attacking. Yep. He's really attacking. He's less than 0.3 of a second off the leaders. There's a yellow flag.
Christmas now, Andrew, and into Inkermans. There is traffic here. Cassidy, now, in many ways...
as off is this. Oh, no, the 17! Is that the 17?
No.
Sorry?
No, that's not the 17.
Apologies. It was something 7. It might have been the 77, Manchester A. Apologies, everybody.
Now, in many ways, Rihanna Percox doesn't need to stay ahead of Sam Cassidy. He's not eligible for points. So from a qualification and championship perspective, she can just, in many ways, let him by. But, yeah,
she won't
race win at stake, not going to happen. But as you say, Andrew, Sam Cassidy has just put in a personal best lap. Not a personal best lap. That's a bit odd. Timing shows you set purple sectors. Anyway, doesn't matter the gap.
Me. Well done, 67. He was dive bombed, but had the presence of mind just to turn out of that one and not result in a collision. That was actually quite good driving from the 67.
The next traffic up for Rihanna Percox and Sam Cassidy at the front of this race is Matthew Arnold, who isn't exactly slow, Andrew, in the Leeds Beckett car. Was involved in a little incident on lap 1, and Percox on the tail of him now. Hopefully Arnold is wise to this.
Leeds Beckett currently in 15th position with just under 2 minutes of this one to go. And Percox is going to get the drive up the hill, and well done, Matthew, really good.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Spot on, absolutely spot on. Matthew knows he's got the pace to at least hang with those two drivers, but he's a lap down, he doesn't want to cause any fuss, and he lets them by. Because this is the thing now, he can sit on the back, he might even, there's not long of this race to go, he might be able to just sit on the back, and as these two leaders come through the rest of the pack, even gain a couple of positions for himself instead of fighting.
Yeah, and the gesture was clear as well. Overtake me on the right-hand side, folks, and that's exactly how you do it. Leeds, I actually haven't really got visuals on Leeds A all race. They're just doing well and trying to negate this cone penalty, and the gap last time was 4.9 seconds. They need
good
5.
Run for Cassidy, very good run for Cassidy out of, but you know, he's not quite got the straight line speed. We know Percox is a 75 kilo driver, which is helping her on the straights. I reckon it'll be this lap plus one more for these two leaders. Going onto the back straight now. Trickier corner than it looks, that Zulu 3.
The battle's still raging. Nottingham Trent has got past Loughborough B for 5th.
Also, Loughborough A have been pulled back into the clutches of Nottingham Trent. This is meaning that Leeds' penalty is now negated.
Here we go then, on to the last lap, Andrew. Well, Rihanna Percox, as you say, Andrew, it's her 3rd season in the BUKC. She was an experienced Club 100 racer coming into this one. She just needs to hold off Sam Cassidy to take her first ever win. Nothing on in Christmas. There's a, no, there wasn't a...
Oh my goodness
Spinner there. Through Inkermans they come. And they're going to have to come down through the Zulus. No yellows here, but also no overtaking opportunity for Sam Cassidy. Traffic coming onto the back straight. Is that going to come into play? No, through she goes. She's entering the boot now. Sam Cassidy's still on her tail though. She's just got to hold it together, and Rihanna Percox will take her first ever win. Here she goes, round paddock corner. Rihanna Percox for Birmingham A takes her first ever win in the British Universities Karting Championship. She's taken it after, well, 2 seasons previous to this of trying so hard. Former Club 100 Clubman's winner here. Meanwhile, Leeds has finished 3rd with enough in hand to hold on to their 3rd place.
Look at that over the line.
Look at that finish. Look at that finish. Loughborough A, Oliver Wedden finishes 4th. Nottingham Trent A finishes 5th. And then it's Loughborough B 6th ahead of Cranfield A 7th. 44 thousandths ahead of Coventry A in 8th. King's College A finished 9th. Good drive back up the field for Danny Dwyer after what looked like a bit of a dramatic first few corners. And Leicester A round out your top 10. Well, Andrew, you and I are both formerly of Birmingham. We both know Rihanna quite well.
I just want to say, I know we try not to be biased on this, we really do, but there is not a more deserving driver of a race win in the BUKC. That is long overdue.
Yeah.
That is long overdue. The drought is over. Rihanna Percox is a winner in the BUKC by 1.182 of a second. And takes a crucial 60 points for Birmingham. She would have got the 60 points anyway, because Sam Cassidy was ineligible in that race. But that didn't matter. Brilliant drive as well from Tom Taylor. He'll take 59 points. And Ollie Wedden as well. A battling. That was a battle for Wedden. And he takes 58 points for Loughborough. And another step closer to winning this qualifier here today. Nottingham Trent, another impressive race from them. They come home 5th on the road. Loughborough B, really good support. Fantastic support from Max Reed. He finishes 6th. But don't count him out of how he played a part in Wedden getting that 4th. Cranfield A, another really solid drive from Callum Brewell. I think he's going to be happy with his day's efforts there in 7th. Coventry A are looking pretty good for getting into the mains now in 8th. King's College A, that's a huge result for King's College A.
It's really important.
That is huge. They got one good result this morning and the others were a bit, okay. They've now got 2 solid top 10s this afternoon. They're going to the mains, I think. 10th for Leicester Leicester A, that's a good result for them. Nottingham B, Coventry B, Loughborough C and Leeds C. That's been my race of the day so far, Howard. That was superb.
Yeah, it was really good. So happy for Rihanna, as you say. Crucial race for King's College. Shout out to Max Reed. Both of his drives for Loughborough B today have been fantastic. Anyway, that was race number 7, and I think we can hand down to the grid and Jacob.
Behind you. It's behind you, James. Here we are back on the grid. First BUKC win for Rihanna Percox. Subject to weighing. She's being weighed now by Willie Chew. And she's coming back for an interview, provided she passes. If not, we'll have second place, who I believe was Leeds. But no, Rihanna seems to be back on her way out now. Doesn't seem too disappointed, so I'd imagine all is good on that front. Yet to take her helmet off. Or realise that I'm waiting for her. Never mind. Let's have a brief chat about the next race. It's getting a bit dark. Floodlights have come on. Drivers now are not allowed to use tinted visors. They have to use clear visors for the sake of visibility. Will, what have you done with Rihanna? Terrible. Did everyone weigh okay? Did everyone? Yeah. Everyone. All good. I'll get that on future line. Will Chew there, organiser of the BUKC, throwing paper around like he was in the bar last night. Let's see who's on pole position while we wait for Rihanna. She's still nowhere to be found. We got Leeds here on pole position. Solid result for you guys in the last race. Can we get a go? Well, it would be one better, wouldn't it? Because that was recorded as a second place. Can we go one? Can you win this race?
You know, I'm going to try my best. We've had a pretty lucky day, so hopefully our luck continues.
How are you guys looking? You're going to be on the podium later?
I hope so. I mean, we've really stepped it up this year with our drivers, so looks like we can pull something out of the bag.
Are we seeing the Dennis factor come into play?
I think it might have something to do with Dennis, yeah.
Glad to see the horse having such a positive impact on the lives of so many people. Right, Rihanna seems to be making her way back over to me now, so I'm going to leave you.
Thank you.
But I'm sure we'll talk again at the end of the race. Here comes Rihanna now. Obviously receiving many adulations and congratulations. But yes, it is just about time. Come on over. Where are we going? Rihanna, congratulations, your first BUKC win. How does it feel?
Long time coming, but good. Yeah, great.
Tell us about your race. Chasing down Sam Cassidy?
Yeah, no, started from 7th, got up to 5th quite quickly, and then it was just one by one, and then for a lot of the race I was second, trying to catch Sam Cassidy, and then once I passed him I think it was like halfway mark, and then just the pressure, really, yeah.
You're pretty hot on the brakes going up into Christmas. What's the secret there?
Brake late, hard, and fast, yeah.
The only reason I ask is because James, the cameraman, was breaking way too late into Christmas in the test on Friday, and I haven't let him hear the end of it. Rihanna, how's Birmingham looking?
Not too bad. We've had one off result, but apart from that, everything's been at least top 7. So hoping next to like top 5, and then yeah.
Fantastic. Congratulations again on your first win. Hopefully first of many.
Thank you very much.
Rihanna there from Birmingham, celebrating her first win in the BUKC in her 3rd year competing. Now back to the next race, which I believe is race number 8 of the day, 3rd in the afternoon. We have a Coventry driver lining up alongside Leeds. Neil, who have we got in the cart? Ryan. I spoke to Ryan earlier. I'll speak to you now, since I haven't spoken to you yet today.
Yeah.
Have I?
When I was in the cart, yeah.
Oh, yes. You didn't have an opinion on Zimbabwe?
No, exactly, yeah. You
right, that's the end of this interview. I'll go back to Ryan. Ryan, you're on the opposite side of the track to when I spoke to you this morning. What happened there?
Unfortunately, just hit a couple of cones, so hopefully this time we won't get any penalties and we'll be able to keep the win.
Tough race earlier?
It was a tough battle, but we managed to get forward. We've got to try not to hit any cones.
Yeah. Play by the rules, mate.
Yeah, man.
We're going to get going now, actually. So have a nice race.
All right, thank you.
I'll potentially see you after. That is it. We are going, and we've successfully navigated our way off the track before they get pushed off. I don't know what takes us until race 8 of every day, but yeah, we managed to get the hang of getting out of the way around about this time in the afternoon. Another motorsport spectacle lined up for you here. Our third race of the afternoon, and 2 more after this before we wrap up for the evening. Andrew, Howard, I send back to you in the commentary box. Please tell me that you're there to talk about race number 8.
We certainly are up here to talk about race number 8, Jacob. Don't you worry about it. So, race number 8. It is actually race number 8 last time. We called it the wrong number before. Allow me to take you through the grid whilst my commentary colleague is doing all of the important maths for how the qualifications are lining up. On pole for this one will be Elliot Frost for Leeds A, and he will have Rayan Williams in the Coventry A kart alongside. Third place will be the Huddersfield A driver of Joseph Jackson, and then Rory Smith will take the Birmingham A kart from 4th place on the grid. Nathan Phillips starts 5th for Newcastle A. Giulio Peroni starts 6th for Loughborough B, and it'll be Dan Brewer taking the Nottingham A kart from 7th place on the grid. Tom Thickpenny starts 8th for Loughborough A, and James Dixon starting 9th for Cranfield C. Leeds B's Matthew Hurst rounds out the top 10. Matthew Bolton starts 11th for Liverpool A, and Nottingham B have Joshua Tomlinson starting from 12th on the grid. 13th will be Sam Wrighton for Kingston B. Huddersfield B will have Luke Bath at the wheel from 14th. Leeds C will have Yngve Christofferson starting 15th, and 16th on the grid will be Nottingham C's Stefan Kessler. 17th on the grid will be Loughborough D, Matthias Reed-Simpson. Sheffield Hallam A will have Kieran Gallagher starting 18th. Just checking whether we're good for a start here. We might be, you know. Queen Mary A and Exeter A round up the top 20. Yeah, indeed. Pusher car pulls away, so we are good for a start then. Here we go then. Elliot Frost for Leeds A on pole. Rayan Williams in the number 14 Coventry A kart on the front row. 34 karts in this one, all pile into turn 1. And I'm delighted to say it looks like all of them are coming out again. Up the hill though, it is Huddersfield A's Joseph Jacks who's come out to the lead. He's stolen the lead from everyone. Oh, the 49 got very twitchy under the brakes, but they've just about all made it through, have they? Yes, they have. Who are we on board with here? Not entirely sure who we've got the onboard camera on this time, but they all work their way through. Joseph Jacks has got the perfect start though. He's up into first place ahead of our pole sitter Elliot Frost for Leeds A, and Rayan Williams has held a relatively decent position in third, and they've got a bit of a steal on the field actually. Quite a gap that the top 3 have got. Here they are coming through the final corner to finish lap 1. Coventry A run quite wide on the final corner there. They'll want to watch doing that too much. Huddersfield A lead ahead of Leeds A, Coventry A, Loughborough B, Nottingham A, Birmingham A, as Nottingham B drop quite far down the order. So Loughborough B 4th, Nottingham A 5th, 6th Birmingham A, 7th Newcastle A, Loughborough A, Leeds B and Huddersfield B round out the top 10 as there's a contact warning for Loughborough D. Elliot Frost for Leeds A, hounding the back of Joseph Jackson. There's a good battle going on for 4th place between Loughborough B, Nottingham A and Birmingham A. My voice is already beginning to suffer. Darkness is falling on the track as well. Drivers aren't allowed tinted visors. That's another point to bear in mind here. Floodlights are on. Yesterday when it started to go dark, it was even cooler at night. Joseph Jacks leads them across the line at the end of lap 2. I don't think anyone's fallen off. Oh no, there is one driver who's fallen off. That's pretty good going though. That's the best we've seen all day. Hello, Mr. Mather.
Hello.
You've been doing a lot of maths, haven't you? I'm going to keep an eye on the lead battle here, if you would.
Yeah, clip me round the ear if anything happens. Although, good little Yorkshire derby going on here. Oh, have we found out who's got the cursed camera?
I'm going to check them as they come down through Zulus. I've got a funny feeling. I'll double check
say,
that.
Sod's Law, the cursed camera wasn't on. It was on someone's head, but it wasn't on for the last race. And that person won the race.
It's number 46 of Queen Mary A, Robbie Tangaraja. who has the camera on today.
Oh, and he's off. See, there we go.
Oh, no, he's not. That's not.
That's the camera car.
It is. I don't know who that is, though, because that didn't say 46 on it, I thought.
Guys,
I will
we've
keep
got
an eye
a
on this.
serious problem with this camera.
This camera.
It is cursed.
Who's dropping down?
It's Leeds Beckett. I thought it might be. It's the 33.
Yeah, okay. So here's the 33. So who's
Nobody
in that car
is going to want
race?
to touch
That's
that helmet.
Simon Wallace. Oh, I see. We put it on him because he was working his way back up the order because he was involved in an incident after running at the front in the corresponding race. Yes. Talk us through the standings, Andrew.
Okay, my Magic 265 number. Lots of teams have now beaten that because there's quite a few teams that have done 6 races. The teams that we mentioned before: Loughborough A, Birmingham A, Huddersfield A, Trent A.
Frost has a run on the lead here.
Oh!
That was very twitchy on the brakes there. Frost pushing the absolute limit.
That'll have caught Joseph Jack's attention. That had one of those where he just took his steering out a bit there because he thought, oh dear, what's going to happen here?
What's happening on my inside?
Other teams that have made it, there was a black flag for Leeds Beckett A. Also past the Magic 265. Leeds A, as we mentioned, Nottingham A, these are all teams that you expect. Loughborough B, Newcastle A, Leeds Beckett A, so in a way this one doesn't matter too much. They've already got good enough results to get into mains. Cranfield A, really, really happy to say this. Cranfield have already got 300 points on the board with 2 races to go, so they can further improve that 300 points. But I think they're already well into mains. Birmingham B, so Birmingham B get, there's a cone penalty for the number 10, that's Birmingham A, but Birmingham B look like they're in, they're on 277. King's College A have gone green, they're on 266, so it's not completely comfortable yet, but those 2 top 10s in the last 2 races have really, really helped. Kingston A are looking pretty good as well. They've been solid. We've not talked about them too much, but they've been really solid today with quite a few top 15s. They've been no lower than 20th. They've got 277. Oh my goodness, it is cursed, that camera. There's a cone penalty now for number 33. But Kingston on 277. Leicester, well done Leicester. We think you're a returning university to the BUKC as well. Do let us know. That's another spin counter for Liverpool. That's now 16. 274 points for Leicester.
I'm going to correct our previous statement. Leicester A were in the championship last year.
But they were in rookies.
They were in rookies. They finished 18th in rookies. So
well,
massive improvement to have qualified
astonishing.
There. Really, really impressive. Well done, Leicester.
Loughborough C, they look like they're in, 268 points on the board, and then that's it. That's all my teams that have gone green on my spreadsheet as having exceeded the Magic 265.
Pete showing the black flag to Leeds Beckett card. Look at this though, the Leeds getting close again. Elliot Frost in Leeds A. Leeds have just been a standout team today, Andrew. They are back with a vengeance for this season. And on the tail of Joseph Jacks of Huddersfield A. Coventry A still running good as well. Rayan Williams in 3rd place. Birmingham on the road are 4th, but they have got a penalty. That's Rory Smith in only his 2nd BUKC event. Now, Elliot Frost has good drive off the second part of the boot. Not going to be on there, but he may well have good drive all the way through turns 1 and 2. Traffic coming into play here. Reading A are there. The leaders are able to get round either side, performing a bit of a pincer movement there on the Reading cart. You're waving your arms, Andrew. Oh, look
and
at
it's
this.
About to get better.
Yes.
Leeds take the lead. And I'm just going to say something. I'm going to correct myself as Joseph Jack's going to throw it up the inside, isn't he?
Yes,
he
tell that was going to
there
happen.
you
But
go,
it goes
son.
wide, side by side to the Zulus, but he'll be able to hold on for the inside.
I've been saying all day, oh, Loughborough have got this. They're absolutely, they're just walking to this. No, they're not. Leeds currently have these kind of scores on the doors: a 2nd, a 1st, a 9th, a 4th, a 2nd, and now another 2nd. They're on 3-4-6 as we stand. Loughborough are on, where are Loughborough in this race? They've just gone up to 6th. Loughborough standing on 3-5-1, and up the inside again. Here goes Leeds. Leeds have retaken the lead in this race past their rivals. That's the transfer that's involved. Dennis.
It is, isn't it? This is
it's
the battle
Dennis
of Dennis.
derby. It's the Dennis Derby.
How strong is that mascot? Joseph Jacks having a little look in the Zulus there. That would have been impressive.
In fact, I can see Dennis on the down on the pit wall. He's quite happy about this after this is a tumultuous last year at Huddersfield. He's liking his time with his new team, especially when they're putting one over on the old team.
Yeah, wearing a Leeds t-shirt is Dennis now. 3, 4, 6 points, did you say Leeds were on?
Sorry, my brain's gone buffering again. I've currently got Leeds down on 3-4-7 as we stand on the road.
Well, just for reference, our winners yesterday, Brooks A had 3-5-2 points, and Brooks B in second had 3-5-1. Southampton A, third on the podium, had 3-4-2. The 3-4-7, by the standards of yesterday, would have got Leeds right up onto the podium.
Birmingham will also not out of this yet. They're on 3-4-5 as it stands. They've not had a penalty in this one, have they?
Yes.
Oh, they have?
Had a cone penalty.
Right, okay, so that's 5 seconds. But no, this is over. This is over.
Nevertheless, Birmingham A have, in the last few laps, got past Coventry A. So Rory Smith, in his first day of racing for the Birmingham A squad, for any of the Birmingham squads, it has to be said, is really putting in a good show here, albeit with a penalty.
Nottingham
A, yeah, absolutely. Nottingham A have
that's for fourth
place. Dan Brewer at the wheel in this one, isn't he? He's an experienced racer for Nottingham, putting in a good turn of speed there to get past Ryan Williams. So really good stuff here, just coming up to the halfway point of this, the anti-penultimate race of the day.
I like it. In terms of usual suspects, I think we mentioned it very early on.
Oh, sorry, no, I thought there was a change of position.
Almost like groups of 10 or 12 carts. You kind of have a consistent 10 or 12 teams at the front, battling for those positions, a middle lot, and then a back lot, which unfortunately we're not going to talk about much for the rest of the season. Just to put this into pictures, of the current top 7 in the event here today, 6 of them are in the top 6 and the other one's not racing.
Sorry Andrew, on screen at the moment we're looking at a fantastic battle, or were just then, between Tom Thickpenny of Loughborough A and also Matthew Hurst of Leeds B, running brilliantly in 7th. Leeds B are having a really good, Leeds in general are having an absolute storm.
In fact, I tell you what, this is important. If Leeds B can get past Loughborough A,
they'll help their A team.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Tom Thickpenny just set the fastest lap of the race at 44.794, so he's not hanging about here at all. So Loughborough A, fastest lap of the race. We've got to keep an eye still on this lead battle, of course, because they're still only 3/10 apart. And I tell you what,
keep looking down at the Leeds bench. There's just faces of bewilderment. I don't think they can quite believe what's happening here. They did not expect this. They did not expect this at all. They thought, well, if we can get 2 carts in, that'd be really, really good. And if we can get one in shape to have a go at intermediates, that was going to be their good day. They are in a fight here. Oh, as the 37 has had a problem and is slow.
That's Reading A.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Reading again in the mains next year. They're going to be one of the teams that lose their main status.
We're looking at the battle for 3rd on the road, going either side of a back marker there, which at the moment is Rory Smith for Birmingham A, ahead of Nottingham A's Dan Brewer and Coventry A's Ryan Williams. As we say, still a 5-second penalty to be applied to Birmingham A after the race, but even so, this is a superb battle that's been going on for the last few laps.
Leeds are up front. No, they're not. They've just swapped over. That was missed off camera. Joseph Jacks has retaken the lead for Huddersfield. I wonder if there was a bit of traffic.
Yeah, heading up the hill now. There is a Liverpool cart with them, so I wonder if traffic did come into play. Specifically to Liverpool. The Liverpool cart happened to be the one being lapped. Tom Thickpenny still defending hard against Matthew Hurst in the Leeds B cart. Do you know, it's great to see, Andrew, that...
Oh, look at this. It's all over. It's all over with
Nottingham and Coventry here. This is Dan Brewer still defending from Ryan Williams. This is great stuff we're seeing between these two throughout this race. Cone penalty for Leeds A. That's big. That's big indeed. Joseph Jacks in Huddersfield A if he knows the Leeds number, will breathe a sigh of relief as he sees the penalty issued. So that means
it's bigger than that. It drops them behind Coventry A.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. 5 seconds. 5 seconds further down the road. Drops them to fifth.
Sorry. My apologies. That's the full gap to the leader, isn't it? Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. Apologies, Andrew. You're absolutely right. So that means that Nottingham A are effectively second at the moment, because Birmingham A have a 5 second penalty to be applied. Mill looking lovely as darkness falls, I have to say.
Coventry A, they're looking pretty good. In fact, the other thing with Coventry is that currently they've got a 14th and an 18th, as Liverpool A have got a co-penalty now.
I think Ryan Williams is through. I think Coventry A have got through. Yes, they have. They're the 14ers ahead of the 4.
And look at Leeds B coming on the attack now. Leeds B have got ahead of Loughborough.
That's incredible. Sorry, the reason I made a noise there.
Oh, contact!
The leader
Careful,
there.
Joseph.
The leader going through, putting a lap on Durham. Now, I've got to be honest, the reason I made an exclamation a moment ago is because I saw some arcs and I'm a bit childish and it's dark and cars are going over the curbs and it's sparky and it's cool. Anyway, here we go. Leeds still hounding Huddersfield, but remember there is a penalty to be put on that Leeds A card. Nevertheless, it has been a superb day for Leeds. And Andrew, I started in the 2013 season, and for the sort of for the 4 years. On the inside of Joseph Jacks goes Elliot Frost.
And through.
Yeah, really good move there again. As I say, take you back 3 years. Both Leeds and Birmingham, two teams who have stood out today, as Jacks will not give this one up. I don't think he knows there's a penalty.
Oh, no!
Traffic coming into play. That driver slowing down. Maybe the end of a yellow zone. Anyway, Joseph Jacks back up ahead. And it's so difficult, this bit of track, and look out for Birmingham A.
Birmingham are there.
Rory Smith are with them now. This is a 3-car battle on the road, even if penalties are going to be applied to 2 of them, Andrew.
Well, it's a straight fight now between Leeds and Birmingham, because they've both got the same penalty, but Leeds are on the inside. Elliot's got a really good run. Look at the speed he's got up to Christmas, and he's going to retake the lead on the road.
Absolutely, and still the battle rages between Coventry A and Leeds B. Further down the road into Inkermans. Rory Smith of Birmingham A shoots one up the inside. It's not going to stick though on Elliot Frost of Leeds. He reinstates his position. Black flag for Loughborough B. Black flag for them. Loughborough B currently running in 8th, overtaking under yellows. I know that the traffic has been frustrating at times today, but they've got to be careful when they're overtaking in traffic, Andrew.
This qualifier has come alive. I've got to be honest, races 3 through 5 were absolutely awful, but this qualifier is suddenly a battle. Loughborough are under threat for winning the 60 points, and we know how important that is in terms of championship. There's a penalty now for Huddersfield B.
Multiple track limits. I think that's a 10-seconder, that one.
Huddersfield are in with a shot of this. Leeds are in with a shot. Birmingham are in there as well. Even Coventry. I would not even roll out Coventry yet. They've got some bad scores on their copybook, but if they can have a clean run to the end of this day, they could be on the podium.
Contact warning for the leader, Andrew. He doesn't want to get any more of those. Joseph Jacks needs to be careful going through this traffic.
Meanwhile, Loughborough are scoring this 7th, which, well, it's going to leave them with 1 race left. Hopefully for them, their 8th and the 7th will become the drop scores, but it is not. Oh, who's that off in the background? One of the newer drivers, I think, off down at turn 2.
We need to look slightly further back from this battle as well, because it is now, oh goodness me, a 5-6 car battle over 3rd place. They're all separated by less than a second. Birmingham A, Coventry A, Leeds B, Nottingham A and Loughborough A are all together on the road just behind these guys.
They've pitted. Loughborough B have pitted.
They got a black flag, did they not?
They did.
Have they got a... No, they did get a black flag for overtaking under yellow.
I'm also very conscious of the top 27. I'm just going to have a look.
Here they are. I don't know if the guys... But there are our 2 leaders, and there's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all the way down to 7th place, Loughborough A with Tom Thickpenny. A fantastic battle going on here. Fastest lap of the race just been set by Elliot Frost in the Leeds A car. Here, yellow flag zone, so they can't get past this back marker until they've passed the incident. And this could give Rory Smith a chance in the Birmingham A car, but no, he's being hounded in turn. He's being hounded by Leeds B. who's got past Coventry A. Fantastic driving here from Leeds B's Matthew Hurst. Leeds are having a storming drive, Andrew. And look at this for the lead. Leeds A try up the inside of Joseph Jacks there into the boot. But it's not on there. Joseph Jacks covers it well on the second part, as well as to get past the back marker there. He's defending like crazy here as they all work their way through. Just over 2 minutes to go, and I have no idea. Well, there is still the penalty for this Leeds A car, but if this all comes to tears, Andrew, I have no idea who's claiming the win on the inside. Brilliant move.
Can he hold it on the exit? No, he can't. Jack sweeps back round the outside and retakes the lead. This is fantastic stuff. This is much more like it. Gotta say, I was not happy around race 5. It was some of the worst racing I've ever seen in the BUKC, but this is right up there with the best. This is more like it. Huddersfield leading from Leeds. Leeds B up to 3rd.
I know,
That's
it's absolutely crazy. They're coming round the boot now as well. Hopefully we'll be able to see them in the back of this shot. Well, there's the 59 Leeds B car. That is for position.
Oh, traffic, Howard.
Leeds B are right on the back of Leeds A. It's Leeds A, Leeds B here, hounding Joseph Jacks up the hill.
Now, hang on. What do you do here if you're Leeds A? Because you know you've got a penalty. You're going to throw it down the inside.
Both
of them are going down the inside.
Oh, my goodness.
This is ridiculous. This is fantastic. And now it's a Leeds. Yes, you're hearing me right. It's a Leeds 1-2 on the road. I cannot believe this. The power of Dennis.
Another penalty, though, for Leeds A, Andrew. They're now going back 10 seconds. That is costly because that puts them down in 7th place net.
Now what you've got to do, A-team, you've got to let B through, you've got to let B get up the road, get the win, get the 60 points for Leeds B in the 59. You've got to make the move now.
Unless Leeds B can defend like crazy.
Well,
up by 10 seconds,
look at the traffic. Look at the traffic.
Goodness me. This lap and another to go, Andrew. This one is tense, and let's not forget, or lest we forget, there's a fantastic battle going on for 4th still between Birmingham A, Coventry A, Loughborough A, and Nottingham.
If there's any way for Leeds to communicate to Elliott, you've got to let your teammate through. Yes, that's the move. Now be a Gandalf. Just get in the way of Huddersfield. Do not let them through, and you've got this win. This is fantastic teamwork. This is proper teamwork. Oh no, he's been hit.
Oh no! It's gone away, and he's getting mugged by Birmingham A and Loughborough A as well.
Oh, that is cruel, cruel. Look for Leeds.
Last lap, Andrew. This is absolutely fantastic. We've got the top 6 separated by 2 seconds.
And it's going to be Huddersfield. Huddersfield are now in the pound seat. The former champions, Joseph Jacks, who has driven so well the last few years.
Somehow Leeds B are back up to 3rd. Birmingham A is 4th on the road, but has a penalty. Coventry A's Rayan Williams, he's been there all race. Fair play to him. Tom Thickpenny in the Loughborough A car is in there as well.
And there's nothing Leeds can do now. Huddersfield are going to take this win, and there's a hand up for a yellow flag. It's going to be on the road. I think the Leeds guys are still going to be happy. That's just racing. But what a race this has been. It's going to be Elliott Frost on the road who will take the win, but he's got a penalty. Joseph Jacks wins in the BUKC. Leeds B are over the moon with that. They're going to take 2nd. Birmingham 4th on the road, but they've got penalties. Coventry A continue the return to form, which I'll be honest has utterly surprised me today. I did not expect this from Coventry, but it's fantastic to see. And crucially, Loughborough A finished 6th, but within, well, they're going to gain a couple of positions there, because you'd imagine that Leeds A are going to drop behind them, Birmingham are going to drop behind them. That could be the race that's just sealed the Sunday qualifier win for Loughborough. We didn't see them much, but they just kept plugging away. Nottingham finished 7th. Cranfield C are ineligible, but finished 8th. Look at that. That's brilliant. Brilliant driving from the Nottingham squad. 7th, 8th, 9th as that will be once you take Cranfield C out of that. And Exeter A get another top 10. Wow, Howard, this qualifier has just crackled and come into life out of nowhere.
I've got to say, to our producers downstairs, how was that one for a sound check, lads? I think we may have overloaded the system there, but that was a brilliant end to that race. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to say that's my race of the day.
Oh, absolutely.
That was absolutely fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Few post-race penalties to be applied there, but on the whole, fantastic racing amongst particularly the top 10. Absolutely superb, great driving from Ryan Williams, kept it there all the way through for Coventry A. Loughborough A's Tom Thickpenny was there throughout as well. We saw, it was Dan Brewer, wasn't it? Good driving for them. Anyway, great race. Let's hand down to the grid for race number 9's prep.
What blemishes? Welcome back to the grid. That was close. The top 3 drivers on the road, Joe Jakes and the 2 Leeds guys, are getting weighed, I believe. They're currently getting mobbed by all their teammates, so I'm not quite sure the point in weighing them. If anyone wants to pass on some lead, they have every opportunity to do so. But no, after the penalties, Joe Jakes of Huddersfield takes that win. I'll keep an eye out for him. He's a rather short fellow, and hopefully he'll realise that he's won that race and come back and have a chat with me. Very good race, though. The top 6 all so close together at the end of that one. There's Joe. He's thought someone on the other side of him was talking to him, but it's actually me, because you won, Joe. Get your helmet off and come over here. You take your time, mate. We're live, but, you know, in your own heart. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
First victory of the day for Huddersfield.
Yeah, first victory for me as well in a round, so I was quite pleased with it, to be honest.
I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. I mean, you've been close before, haven't you?
Very close, a few seconds, but never a first, so I'm quite happy with it, to be quite honest with you.
Tough battle up there with the Leeds guys?
Yeah, I didn't know he had penalties, so I was sort of going hell for leather, trying to pass him, but no, it was a really good battle. We were pretty clean all the way through, to be fair, and just a few back marker incidents, but apart from that, yeah, it was really clean, really good race.
Are we seeing the beginnings of what I'm going to dub the Dennis the Horse Derby? A competition between yourselves and Leeds?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I didn't think about that, yeah. It probably will be. We handed Dennis over in good hands, so hopefully he should do well at Leeds, but yeah, it should be a rivalry now for us, so.
It seems to be a bit of a rival of the fortunes of both Dennis and the Leeds team today. Are you going to miss him this season?
Yes and no at the same time. He's a bit of a menace, so it's nice to get him off our backs for maybe a season and then have him back after that. But
I fully understand. Joe, thanks for coming to talk to us and congratulations on your first race win. Joe Jakes there of Huddersfield, talking about his first race win in the BUKC. The Leeds team are hovering around. I don't know if they're after an interview or not, or whether they're just kind of loitering. Let's talk to my man James on pole position. James, you're back.
Yeah.
It's dark now.
Bit, yeah.
Are you as good in the dark? Can you do it with the lights off?
Just floodlights.
The lights on, rather.
I was going to say, the lights off becomes more difficult. It makes no difference with floodlights. The only thing that changes is your own shadow can make you jump occasionally, but it's honestly no different.
There is that, yeah. Have you had a look back at the stream from earlier?
Briefly.
Any seen yourself going wrong anywhere? Anyone to worry about back in the field?
Back of the field, not so much. Rory Cuff, I expect to be pushing me again. There's a few lads that got themselves number 21. Can't remember what team it is. They got themselves a black flag in race 4, but they were pushing me after they got black flags, so I expect them to come through. But it's just back markers again, trying to get through traffic, keep a rhythm, head down, and sort of just go.
All right, fantastic. James, you have a good race. I'm going to go see who else we've got knocking around. Who's alongside James? It's number 14. It's Neil. Neil, don't care too much for Zimbabwe, but that's clearly paying off in terms of race focus. Are you still as focused for this race?
Oh, definitely. I'm a bit concerned though. You're getting a bit close to me here. Third interview as well. I think you've got a thing for me.
You're a handsome young man, Neil.
What can I say?
I know.
But no, yeah, hopefully I've got a cart under me, so get that first win. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm gunning for today.
You've not yet won in the BUKC?
No, not yet, no.
You've been here for a couple of years, haven't you?
Yeah, this is my 3rd year now, so...
About time, really, isn't it?
About time, yeah. Getting old, so got to do it.
Exactly. And a bit of a return to form for Coventry today. Can we see you guys back up there challenging for the title again?
I'd like to think so, but it's going to be tough because obviously Loughborough A team's solid, and then Brooks have got about 48 strong teams, so it's going to be tough to be up there. But hopefully top 10 easily, maybe top 5 overall.
Glad to hear it. Right, I'm going to see who you've got behind you.
Great. Cheers.
In fact, I already know who he's got behind you. It's the Exeter team. Rory. Bit of misfortune in the race earlier. What happened?
Yeah, we were doing well. We started on 2, but got into the lead off the start. But just trouble with some of the back markers. We kind of ended up on the grass after about 6 laps, which pushed us back into second. And then we kind of got fired by someone who missed their braking point at the hairpin up the top. So that caused me to spin and stall. So we were kind of waiting around for the pusher, but managed to get it back to 4th. Not too bad, but yeah, we'll see if we can do a bit better this time.
Yeah. What do you like racing under the lights? Does it scare you?
I don't know. I've never done it. We'll see.
Good luck. And good luck in terms of the round in total. I know Exeter are doing quite well, despite Fat Boy over there. See you later. Okay, that's us. The grid walk is complete. Rory's bag for life. Clear there. I might nick it, actually. I'm going to nick it. If I just stand over here, maybe they won't notice. I'll take this to Tesco with me in the week. Alistair's come looking for it. He'll forget. And I've got myself a good 20p's worth of plastic bag. Cannot wait to go get my shopping in the week. Andrew, Howard, what's your supermarket of choice?
Yeah, my supermarket of choice for the record, Jacob, is Aldi. But there we go. You can't just nick someone else's bag for life, Jacob. That's for life, isn't it? It's in the title. Anyway, Newcastle, I don't know if I'm getting judged for my choice of supermarket here. Anyway, James de Havilland will start, or just James according to the graphic. James de Havilland will start on pole for race 9 for Newcastle A. Coventry A have Neil Vincent starting in 2nd, 3rd place. Huddersfield A, Ollie Milner and Rory Cuff will start 4th for Exeter A. 5th will be, well, it can't be Rihanna Coxton. Already had her, so not sure. We'll double check who's starting. Ah yes, Simon Morton. Goofy Pirro starts 6th for Cranfield. Birmingham B have Ashley Jarvis at the wheel starting 7th. Nottingham A have Lewis Bickers out from 8th place. 9th place will be Leeds A with top 10s at the wheel. Leeds Beckett A have Josh Brent rounding up the top 10 and completing an all Leeds City derbied 5th row. Kingston A start 11th with James Mannion at the wheel. Nottingham B start 12th with Josh Stanton. Nottingham Trent A have Andrew Marshall at the wheel, starting 13th, 14th. Coventry B have Maciej Sakowicz. Liam Emerton starts 15th for Birmingham C. Aaron Walsh starts 16th for Huddersfield B. Alex Megginson starts 17th for Leeds C. And Cranfield C has Chris Pirro starting 18th. Indeed, look for a C have Rafe Trundle starting 19th. Sheffield Hallam A have Shane Power starting 20th. Nottingham C have Pierce starting 21st, Liverpool D have Costello starting 27th, Leicester B have Sam Bowden starting 23rd, Leeds B have Matthew Moore starting 24th, 25th will be Sam Markovic piloting the Manchester A car, 26th will be Liverpool A with Josh Hulbert at the wheel, Newcastle B has Alexis Pirali at the wheel starting 27th, Liverpool B has Claire Williams starting 28th, just wondering if we are good for a start. Queen Mary A have Christopher Schmidt starting for them in 29th. 30th is Andres Bedoya in Kingston B's car. Andrew Storms starts 31st for Manchester B. King's College A have Vincent Lewis at the wheel, 32nd. Sheffield Hallam have Aaron Sonpal, 33rd. Mohammed Jahed Mahmood starts 34th for Queen Mary B. And King Yan Fulk starts 35th for Reading B. Are we good for a start? We are indeed. So here we go. James de Havilland leads them away. at the start of this race number 9 and leads into turn 1 and holds on to it. And I believe Neil Vincent has been able to stay with him. Indeed he does. So it's as they were on the grid, but side by side there is Exeter A and Huddersfield, and Birmingham A are trying to get into it. Is indeed Simon Morton starting this one for Birmingham as they all weave their way through. As you can see, it's now properly dark. Lovely sky there over Wilton Mill as they head into Zulu for the first time. Does everyone get around Inkerman's cleanly? No, they don't. There's a little bit of a malaise going on there, and it's Liverpool A a part of that. In fact, there's several of them. There's 5 carts off there, 6 carts off. Contact warning for Birmingham C. That's Liam Emberton racing that cart in this race as they come on to lap 2. Newcastle A leads ahead of Coventry A, Exeter A, Huddersfield A, Birmingham A, Nottingham A, Cranfield A, Kingston A, Birmingham B and Leeds A. Round out your top 10. Who's dropping down the order and has had an eventful first lap? Leeds Beckett A is one of them. Leeds Beckett A are dropping. Loughborough D, Liverpool A, Leeds C, Liverpool B, Newcastle B, King's College A, Kingston B, Manchester B, Newcastle B, Reading B, Sheffield Hallam B, Queen Mary's A and B. All had a first lap incident. I don't quite know how that wasn't a full start in many ways.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of teams there that needed good results.
Yeah,
I think
that's
a
big,
lot
isn't
of
it, for qualification?
A lot of mains qualification hopes are dying. Now.
Yes.
I've put another nasty bit of the spreadsheet of doom on. It now is looking again at the Magic 265, and it's teams that cannot achieve 265. And they
thus have not qualified.
And thus are pretty much gone. Howard tap me on the shoulder if anything happens, but Kingston B, Cranfield B, Reading A, Leicester B, Durham, Liverpool B, Manchester B, Queen Mary B and Reading B. Sorry guys, I think your day in terms of mains qualification is done. That's even if you win both races, which there's several of those in my list and your list, Howard, that were the same teams. So yeah, I think we're saying, unfortunately, I think we're saying goodbye to both Queen Mary teams. There will be no Queen Mary team in mains this year.
This is a fantastic 8-cart battle for the lead of this one, though, Andrew. De Havilland absorbing the pressure well from Coventry A's Neil Vincent immediately behind. Huddersfield A have just got past Exeter A. That's Ollie Milner getting past Rory Cuff there. The 6 getting past the 8. Vincent has a look. Traffic coming into play here early on. Simon Morton of Birmingham A running 5th. Nottingham A have Lewis Bickers running for them. He's an experienced driver. Ooh, it's getting very scruffy with the traffic there through Inkerman's. Do they all work their way through? They do. Doesn't look like there's been any change there that I saw as they come through to complete this one. Rory Cuff, though, looking like he would very much like to get back past Exeter A. Oh, there's contact. He keeps it going. He's going to allow Simon Morton in the Birmingham A cart to sweep through. Birmingham A get past Exeter A. Rory Cuff goes down another position as they come on to lap 5. Newcastle A still lead with James de Havilland, who has a quick look over his shoulder. He's got a little bit of breathing space now over Neil Vincent in the Coventry A cart. There's the number 6 of Ollie Milner in the Huddersfield A, with Simon Morton for Birmingham A now in 4th and Rory Cuff in 5th for Exeter.
More bad news. Unfortunately, it is Kingston B on my tracker. Your max possible score is 260. That's if you win this race. Currently down in 25th. So I'm pretty much saying that Kingston, they've gone as well. So 16 minutes of this race to go. Newcastle A and James de Havilland looking for a double. Coventry A, Huddersfield A. So all the same teams again, Howard.
Fastest lap for Birmingham A. Simon Morton really on it here. Keen to get past the number 6 of Huddersfield A, which Ollie Milner's driven really well for them today, has to be said. I have to say, it's a slight, fair to say, a slight resurgence of Huddersfield.
Flipping over 83.
Oh, and Simon Morton's going to try and get through. Oh, switching back any which way through Zulus, but it's not quite on there for the Birmingham A team. Will he have a go into the boot? No, not on there. We've got to keep... Oh, what's happened there? That looked like something happened with the traffic there. If we can just check as they come across the line. Look at this, trying to sort themselves out. No, it's still as they were, but I can almost barely believe that, given how much we saw them all swapping around there. That's on the final corner, Andrew.
Can't quite make out the race number.
Up the hill again they go. Coventry A in second ahead of Huddersfield, Birmingham and Exeter. Contact warning for Exeter. So Rory Cuff needs to be just a little more careful out there to avoid giving the love taps out to the other carts out there. I have to say, I'm hoping anyway, who's that getting a warning? Contact warning, no. Oh, that's an additional contact warning for Exeter A. Really needs to be careful here as Neil Vincent in the Coventry A car sets a new fastest lap of the race. He's trying to catch back up to James de Havilland. We're looking at the battle then for third here. Birmingham A's Simon Morton in his second season of BUKC, chasing Ollie Milner in the Huddersfield car, but he's got to be careful because Rory Cuff of Exeter is right on his tail as well. And actually, look at that, in that sequence of corners, Milner has caught up to the back of Neil Vincent very quickly there. I think Milner's possibly about to set one of the fastest laps of the race. So there we are, the 14 Coventry A car with Vincent at the wheel, ahead of the number 6 with Milner. And now Rory Cuff of Exeter all over the back of Simon Morton as well. Great fights going on here. It's giving de Havilland a chance to break free slightly. Yellow flags out at Christmas, so nothing can be on there. There's... no, there isn't a yellow there. I'm not quite sure what I think it's just been brought in. That yellow flag. Through Inkermans they go. This battle for second place. Black flag for Nottingham Trent. Now, this isn't one of the best races already for Nottingham Trent. It's for advantage by contact.
Down in 22nd at the moment.
Cart's getting bump started down at the boot. Our leader, James de Havilland for Newcastle, makes his way through nice and clean. What year is de Havilland in?
No
Feels
idea.
like he's been here for quite a few seasons.
12.
And look at this. That's Nottingham Trent exiting the pit lane right into the path of the second place battle. The number 17 car needs to keep his wits about him here and be very intelligent and courteous, it has to be said. And look at that, Rory Cuff has got back past not only Birmingham but Huddersfield Ollie Milner as well. There's the 26 of Leeds A, who is having not one of their best races. They were involved in some kind of incident on the first lap, weren't they? I believe they were. And now Rory Cuff chasing down Coventry A's car. Oh, the 81 getting bump started on the racing line there. Havilland will have to take avoiding action. Indeed, he does in the 45 car.
Teams qualification-wise that we need to look out for. Birmingham C are one of them, currently scoring 262, 7th in fact 16th place now. That puts them on 263. Leeds C is another one. Leeds C looking a little bit vulnerable now, although they have just gone up to 28th. But no, that's a drop score for them. So they really need to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm also looking at Newcastle B. They're looking a bit vulnerable in that they've all not achieved 265 yet and they've still got races to go. Also looking vulnerable are Liverpool C. They're currently on 241, they're not in this race. Manchester A I think have already gone, and Sheffield Hallam have pretty much gone as well. So I think you're talking about, for these final places into mains, you're talking Birmingham C, Leeds C, Newcastle B and Exeter B as well. Exeter B not in this one.
Absolutely. It's getting to, as you so often like to call it very aptly,
squeaky bum time.
Squeaky bum time. Absolutely. James de Havilland, though, is having a fantastic drive here, as is Neil Vincent. Neil Vincent's had a great day. Amongst a day of great things for Coventry generally anyway. So really good stuff there. Oh, bit of traffic though, perhaps holding up the second place cart on the end of that lap. Yellow's out at turns 1 and 2. Cart stationary on the exit of the Crook, high-speed part of the track, so they need to be careful through there. So there's 45, your leader. There's cart 14, Neil Vincent in second place, and then further down, there's cart number 8 with pressure from Huddersfield and pressure from Nottingham A, and Birmingham A are all in on this. Birmingham A's dropped down behind Nottingham A, so that's Lewis Bickers now up to fifth place, and then Rory Cuff is under all sorts of pressure. Nottingham Trent are in here, but they are a lap down, at least one lap down because they've had a black flag. This is fantastic battling going on amongst these guys.
Where are Leeds 8?
Oh, and that's an opportunity for Bickers. Bickers trying to get past Milner. Is he going to make it stick? No, yes he is. Just across the line. It's currently Coventry A, Exeter A, Nottingham A, Huddersfield A, and Birmingham A. Really impressive drives from all these teams throughout the day. Nottingham, haven't spoken about them too much today. That's always the way. They're so consistent. They're one of those teams who's just always there or thereabouts at the sharp end of this pack. Have been for several years, and they're showing it again. Maybe not their strongest ever day of the race.
No, but they've been consistent.
But they've been consistent.
I'm going to make another wild statement here. As it stands on the road, Loughborough A will be confirmed as Sunday qualifier winners.
Oh, at the end of this race?
Yes, because Leeds aren't having a good race. They're down in 25th, Leeds A.
Yeah.
And that leaves, well, Loughborough A currently have 353 points guaranteed. Doesn't matter if they have an incident in the last race and don't finish. They will score at least 353 points. And per my calculations, nobody else can beat that as it stands.
Not even Milner in the Hudders car.
Well,
at the moment.
Milner's the only one that can stop them and stop the party. If Huddersfield can gain another 3 positions, if they can get up to second, that gives them the chance to get 3-5-4 in the last race by winning the last race.
That would be a fantastic result for the 2015 BUKC champions Huddersfield. They've given away their mascot this season. How critical is that? Newcastle A still lead with James de Havilland at the wheel. He's only 1.1 seconds up the road though. Coventry's pace is very impressive, and still you have this gaggle of carts, the number 8 of Exeter, the number 4 of Nottingham A, the number 6 of Huddersfield A, and the number 10 of Birmingham, who hope it, because it means it's all for position as they race their way through the lights around Wilton Mill. We've got yellows out at turns 1 and 2. Can't see a cart off, so I think they're just readjusting a barrier out there. As there's a contact warning for Birmingham A, needs to be careful, does Simon Morton. Doesn't want to get a penalty for multiple ones of those. 7 minutes to go. Nottingham A's Lewis Bickers is right on the tail of Rory Cuff in the Exeter A cart for third. These guys have been holding station for the last few laps, biding their time and waiting for the ideal opportunity and just making their way through the traffic. The traffic today has been a really key factor for providing opportunities for overtakes. Round the boot they come. Very much, by the way, if you've been supporting the stream today. I know a lot of people have been enjoying this coverage, and we've loved bringing it to you. Some really cool stuff that we've been able to try out. But is this Lewis Bickers' best opportunity yet even? He thinks better of it as Rory Cuff goes up the inside of the 23, but Bickers gets good drive off the corner. Is there anything on the incomers? There is indeed. Bickers up the inside for Nottingham A. The 4 gets past the 8, and Nottingham A are up to third place past Exeter A. Beautiful move. Good biding of one's time until the opportunity came up, and now Ollie Milner of Huddersfield is looking to buy into this and get past Exeter as well. Fantastic battle this through the lights. James de Havilland still leading. Just going to check the gap. It's 1.4 seconds, 1.5 seconds the gap, so we really need to keep an eye on the lead there. Neil Vincent is keeping him very, very honest and just seems to be getting faster and faster. Up the hill again comes Lewis Bickers, now proudly holding on to third place, but Rory Cuff would dearly love it back in the number 8 Exeter cart, and Ollie Milner is right with them as well, as is Simon Morton in the Birmingham A cart.
This is also important for the podium. Right, okay, Huddersfield have currently got second place for this Sunday qualifier as it stands at Birmingham A third, Leeds A fourth and Coventry A fifth. So if Birmingham can get past, if they can get the position, they might be able to take this second place away from Huddersfield. However, this is Birmingham's last race, so they're a little bit vulnerable. They're going to need to have Huddersfield not score well in the last race of the day.
Yellow flag out at Christmas Corner. They're all going to have to hold station. A shame, really, because some of them were definitely eyeing up a run there for the overtake. Now the leaders go through. It's still Bickers in Nottingham A, ahead of Cuff for Exeter A, ahead of Milner for Huddersfield A, and still with them is Simon Morton with the Birmingham A effort there as they head towards the boot. A driver spun out on the back straight there, but they all navigate it fairly well. These guys have quite a gap to the next car down the road, which is Huddersfield B, having a decent race as well with Aaron Walsh at the wheel. They come on to lap 21 of this 20-minute race. Up the hill once again there goes. There's a penalty for Leeds B for multiple contact. They're running in 11th, so that's unfortunate for them. But Leeds B are pretty secure with their qualification. In fact, they were one of the teams, Andrew, that definitely made it.
Yes, they have.
So that doesn't mean they shouldn't pay attention to. Oh, bolt traffic for Lewis Bickers, and he's lost out to Rory Cuff. He's going to lose out to Ollie Milner as well. Nottingham A have dropped from 3rd to 5th. Simon Morton of Birmingham A also trying to take advantage of that, but I don't think he's been able to. Bickers has been able to hold on at least to 5th as de Havilland sets a new fastest lap of the race, which is immediately beaten by Neil Vincent of Coventry. This is fantastic stuff. Mere hundredths are separating these lap times. Vincent is pushing so hard to challenge for the win here. It's fantastic stuff, and we've still got this amazing battle, 4-kart battle. They were all on screen just then over 3rd place. Now it's Rory Cuff who has the bragging rights for now.
Note Liverpool 24. They are wrestling themselves into mains with this 17th place. You might just be about to see them on screen, but they're securing their position in the mains with this race, so they're doing well.
Got a lot of respect for Liverpool, have to say. They always, in recent years, have turned up with good numbers here at qualifiers, and that's what we like to see, teams giving it a go. I know they haven't always had, you know, they haven't had the most prominent showing at the front of the field on a day like today, but they've been out there, giving it a go, dusting themselves off when it's gone wrong, and picked themselves back up, and I love to see that. It's always good to see a team trying really hard to do their best. Still watching this fascinating battle for 3rd place, but we need to be looking ahead to the lead here because the gap is down to 0.2 of a second. Neil Vincent is really pushing here, just trying to pick them up as they come round. Unfortunately, it's getting to that time of day when the glass is misting up in the comms box. Hopefully the guys on tape are able to pick them up. Here they are, and it's changed as we pick them up. Neil Vincent has got past James de Havilland for the lead of the race. Coventry A lead, your double champions of 2014 and 2016. One of the teams we've singled out today is really showing that they've taken a step forward, as Huddersfield B in 7th place, the best of the rest in many regards behind the battles we've been watching, have just received a black flag for overtaking under yellow, which will promote Kingston A up to 7th. Kingston, another team who have had a great day. We've got a battle for the lead, and we've got a battle for the last of the podium places in the dying moments of this penultimate race of the day here at Wilton Mill. Neil Vincent of Coventry A rounds the corner to begin lap 24. Can he hold on? His pace has been superb, but James de Havilland is by no means a slouch. He's an experienced BUKC racer, and he's got the pace to challenge here. He's held the lead for most of this race. He's got one race win. A pretty chaotic race we saw earlier today in race 4. He would love to take home that double win, but traffic is coming into play once again here.
Very nervy times this, as we've got 1 minute to go. Black flag for... Oh,
that's
black
big.
flag!
That's big! Our former leader, 2nd place, James de Havilland. Advantage by contact. James de Havilland has a black flag, and that means it's race run for Newcastle A. He'll see that as he crosses the line. That will ruin his evening here at Wilton Mill. So that battle over 3rd place. Actually, Exeter A have got a bit of a steal now. No, they haven't. Sorry, they're still close as you like.
No, they have. They've got about 3 seconds over Huddersfield.
Bit of a gap. So Exeter A now effectively moving to 2nd. So Rory Cuff's fierce battling throughout has put him up, as that looked like a rather frustrated Cranfield car. Was that Chris Pirro indeed. Well, I sounded surprised when I was reading the grid earlier because I didn't think I'd seen his name before
Now,
today.
strangely, this could be really important for someone like Birmingham C, who are needing every position they can get.
True.
If Newcastle take this black flag properly, they might still come out ahead of them. Oh, but no, look, Granville C are moving down. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. Newcastle didn't pit.
Oh, it's checkered.
Newcastle did not pit.
It was checkered. Apologies, we didn't spot the last lap there. I was getting so worse about the Newcastle black flag.
No, but it's worse, Howard. They took the checkered flag and did not apply the black flag. That's going to be -1 lap.
Oh, dearie me. That's going to be big. And as you say, Andrew, that's got huge ramifications for the teams in the lower positions who are trying to qualify.
Absolutely. Birmingham C just got 2 more positions out of that. And I think Sheffield Hallam have got a real outside chance, but a chance nonetheless. How did it affect? There's 4 teams that have highlighted. Exeter B, they weren't in this race. Leeds C, where did they finish? Sorry, I know for the guys at the front, but today's not about you.
Birmingham races on about them.
Birmingham C, 15th in the end. Where did Newcastle B finish? 23rd. Oh, wow.
Sorry, beautiful shot of the circuit there to show the result. Right, let's just briefly talk about what happened at the front. Neil Vincent, hats off to you, sir. Fantastic driving you've done today.
Yes.
Brilliant win there for Coventry A. It's been great to see them back on form here today. Newcastle A finished second on the road, but we are pretty certain, because they did not pit for a black, they were going to lap deducted. Exeter A's Rory Cuff finishes, we think, second effectively, but third on the road after brilliant battling. These guys, shout out to all of you, fantastic battling. Ollie Milner in the Huddersfield A card, Lewis Bickers for Nottingham A, and Simon Morton for Birmingham A. Brilliant, brilliant battling. I love this shot from drone cam of the nighttime Wilton Mill. We only have 1 race to go, 19 down, 1 to go for the whole weekend. I'm running out of voice. Andrew's having to do loads of maths. It's getting very, very tight for some of these teams. Let's hand down to Jacob to get drivers' thoughts ahead of this last race of the day.
We're going to need a countdown on the grid. Welcome back to the grid. That race was won by my main man Neil Vincent, who I'm going to talk to for a 4th time today as soon as I pick him out of the crowd. Tough battle with James de Havilland of Newcastle, who unfortunately picked up a black flag towards the end of the race. But a lot of good racing throughout in there from the top 6. We're getting a wave from Andrew Mather in the commentary box. Hello. Not quite sure what you want. But yeah, let me see if I can find Neil. I can't see any of the Coventry team, to be honest with you. Never mind. If you could, Piers, that'd be fantastic. I was aware, yeah, they turned up together this morning. Piers has kindly gone to find Neil for me, so we should have our winners interview very shortly. Until then, we can talk about the next race, which I believe is number 9? Or is this the last one? This is the last one, 10. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? So this will be our last race of the day, as you can tell. It's pretty dark. James is shining a light in my face so that you can still see it. Big shout out to Grandad Pike, who's watching us instead of watching the cricket this afternoon. Glad to have you on board. John says hello. And a big shout out to everyone who's been watching all day, actually. We very much appreciate you viewing, and I'm sure the drivers are very much appreciative of your support. Hopefully you've had a great time watching us. There's been some excellent racing on show. There's been some suspect racing on show as well. No sign of Neil Vincent. No sign at all. I can see his sister. And I can see him, actually. But he doesn't seem to be interested in an interview. Someone's called him over for me. We're on. So for the 4th time today, here comes Neil. Looking rather pleased with himself. Neil, come over here. Congratulations
I know, I'm so happy I won that. I've been trying to win one for however long, and finally, my luck's come good, eh?
It's because you've never talked to me 4 times in a day.
Exactly, yeah. Third time lucky after that third interview. It was meant to be, wasn't it?
The more you talk to me, the better you get at karting, I think.
I think we should just live together.
Maybe we should move in
I'll
together.
probably be an F1 driver then.
Yeah, you probably move into mine though, rather than me. No, I don't particularly get on with Ollie, so yeah, a bit awkward there.
Yeah.
But no, tell us about your race. You had to chase down James de Havilland.
Well, yeah, no, at the start, he started pulling. Well, I was behind him at first, but he started pulling that gap. And I thought after the rest, I've got no chance of catching him. But then the traffic came into play, and I think that probably was good for me, because I got past him when he was in a bit of traffic, so I just kept my head down. And I saw about another 20 cars in front of me and just tried to get through him. So, yeah.
Neil, congratulations. You get yourself home and have a read up on Zimbabwe. You need to know this stuff.
I will, don't worry.
Give me a text later, let me know if you're pro Mugabe or against Mugabe, all right?
Yeah, we'll do.
Cheers,
right.
Neil.
Cheers.
Neil there, having just won the race. Should we talk to Loughborough? We shall, yes. Loughborough, I'm coming in for a chat. Which way am I going? I'll go this way. Remind me your name?
James.
James, yes, everyone's called James. James, 1 win under your belt already. Can you make it 2?
I'm hoping so, yeah. Pole and a win. I'm hoping to get the perfect weekend. We've already won the meeting, so just go and enjoy it.
We haven't given you the trophy yet, all right? Calm down, James. Okay? I know you've had some good results, but until you stood on the top step of that podium shaking Willie Chu's hand, nothing is confirmed, all right?
Yeah, got you.
Good luck for this race.
Thank you.
Don't get too ahead of yourself. Students these days. In behind them, we have the number 17 cart, which is Nottingham Trent. We haven't spoken to Nottingham Trent all day. It is Nottingham Trent, isn't it? That's all right. I was glad I didn't make that mistake. Yeah, we haven't spoken to you all day. Have you guys been?
Yeah, we've been good. We've been doing quite well today, I think, better than we expected to, so that's good. Just had a bit of a shitter, but...
We're live on Facebook, please don't swear.
Oh, sorry.
I'll continue to talk to you as long as you promise to behave yourself. How are Nottingham Trent looking this year? Can we improve on 17th from last year? Can we push into the top 10?
Yeah, I think so. We're strong today. I think we're in the top 10 today. We just want to get through to the Premier. That's what we really want to do, because we won the intermediates last year. Yeah, so we don't want to go a step backwards. That's the main goal.
Okay. And whilst we're here, what is your supermarket of choice?
Supermarket of choice?
Yeah, you a Waitrose man, at Asda's, Sainsbury's.
Lidl.
Lidl.
Yeah.
Student classic.
They've got good sausages there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll have to check them out.
They're good, they're good. The
Thanks
Cumberland ones.
Might pop in on the way back.
Give it a go, give it a go.
Thanks for talking to us.
It's
Have a
all
good
right,
race.
no problem.
So, we have a Lidl. Vote for Lidl. We got a Leeds car over here. I don't think it's Leeds A either, is it? No, it's Leeds B. Come and have a look around here. I mean, you can keep your helmet on. Don't mind me. Like to get your face on camera, I see. Leeds B, bit of a surprise story today.
Yeah, we had a really good day. We weren't expecting that good of a result, but here we are. Let's hope the whole season is going to be like this. We're going to keep it clean, just keep it consistent, and run for the best. Maybe we're going to be the dark horses of this race.
Have we got your A-team in behind you as well?
Yeah, A-team is right there, so...
Have you got something, like, agreed that you'll just, every single race, have the two of you together?
There's an agreement. You go flat out or you get out, so... We just need to. We just need to, otherwise we get out of the society.
The boys behind the camera are loving that little line that you popped in there. So well done for getting it in. I'm going to go talk to your A-team driver, but have a good race.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Moving back to the A-team. Should you be in the A-team if you're losing to the B-team?
Well, I mean, he's a quick guy, but he's inconsistent. So
right.
He's been known to bin it.
So if that's true, then you'll beat him in this race, right?
If
If he's consistent, he'd stay ahead of you.
He's quite good from the front, but if he gets in the pack, bye-bye. I am the International Tour de Yorkshire champion.
The International what, sorry?
Tour de Yorkshire champion.
Don't know what that means.
It's a corporate championship at Leeds.
Okay.
We go around all York. He said it, but yeah, we go around all. his idea.
Prestigious, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll have to make sure to enter that one
I think I need
one time.
higher than 9 for you to make it count, so I'm hoping for that easily.
Okay, fantastic. Are we going to see Dennis the horse on the podium? That's the main question.
I really hope we do, but I'm going to need a good result here to do it.
Looking forward to it. You have a good race. I'm going to go see you. Love it. All right, moving further back down the grid. Seems to be moving at a leisurely pace, this switch over, so got plenty of time. We've got cart number 4. Guys, who's this in here?
Tom Seddon for Nottingham A.
Tom Seddon. We're friends on Facebook, me and Tom. Tom, let me shuffle around here. How are you today, Tom?
Brilliant. Freezing, but brilliant.
Which supermarket do you favour?
Asda do a good little Red Bull knockoff, which
Yeah?
I've been having a few today, so that's good.
Okay, yeah, I go to Asda for lunch. I usually get like a salad. You tried their salads?
No, I'm not a salad man, really.
You want to be when you graduate, mate. my words. How are we doing today? How have your results been?
Yeah, not bad. Crossed the line in P3 this morning, but I got a penalty that put me down to 6. So I'm starting there here. Hopefully I can get back up to about that position.
You guys qualifying for premiers again?
Yeah, it looks like Nottingham A are pretty much through to qualify to Premier now.
You get off. I'll quickly skip to this side of the track. Tom Seddon there for Nottingham, I believe. Cart number 4. Favouring Asda. I wouldn't say I favour Asda. I just get my lunch there every day because it's right next to work. More of a Sainsbury's man if I had the choice. I'm going to hand back to Andrew and Howard, who I believe didn't give us a preference to supermarket when I asked last time. They were more focused on my thievery. Perhaps Andrew and Howard, you can enlighten us on your preferences now. Race number 10 on the way.
I did say, Jacob, I'm an Aldi man. I'm an Aldi man. Anyway, here we are then, last race of the day. Allow me to take you through the grid before Mr. Maffett will talk you through the all-important qualification situation. Loughborough A, who, as we were hearing from James there, no, they've got this one wrapped up. Start this one on pole, then it's Julian Couch. What a day he's had for Leeds so far, starting second for Leeds B. Nottingham Trent A will be third on the grid with Scott Jeffs, and Jack Fisher will start 4th for Leeds A. Andreas Goodsold will start 5th for Birmingham B. Tom Seddon will start 6th for Nottingham A. Chris Reardon starts 7th for Leicester A. Arthur Troughton starts 8th for Cranfield B. Liverpool C. Andrew's about to talk about them, I think. Matt McKenzie starts 9th for them. 10th will be Carl Knight for Newcastle B. 11th will be Fotis Georgias for Cranfield A. Loughborough B have James Ireland starting 12th for them. 13th will be Sam Rowling for Birmingham C. Exeter A have Jacopo Fioravanti starting 14th. 15th will be Alex Gunn for Huddersfield A. And Liverpool A have Jack Lund going from 16th place. 17th place will be Manchester A's Jack Cameron Drayton. And 18th place will be João Serrao of Coventry A. 19th place, Steve Smithers for Nottingham B. Loughborough D have Ethan O'Kelly starting 20th. 21st will be James Ritson in Loughborough C's cart. King's College A have Ellis B starting 22nd. Row 12 will be James Denny for Exeter B and Amash Kwamar for Queen Mary B. Row 13, Vanat Vanachayankul will start for Queen Mary A, and Sheffield Hallam B have Nick Hastings at the wheel. Leeds C start 27th with Rebecca Grievel. Huddersfield B start 28th with Jack Lyons. Row 15 sees the 29th place Leicester B cart piloted by Vinayak Vasudov, and Sheffield Hallam B starts from 30th with Ewan Ridley. Finally 31st place is Joseph Murphy in the Reading A cart. Reading B have Yi Ding starting 32nd. And 33rd, rounding out the grid, is Durham's Zhang Wei Wan, who, if I'm not much mistaken, lost a wheel earlier today. So hopefully things will go slightly better for him.
Thank you, Howard. Here's what you need to know. Loughborough have won. That is official. They have won this competition. Huddersfield B currently hold 2nd place. Birmingham hold 3rd, but they're done for the day. Leeds and Coventry could both get onto the podium. Are we good for a go? Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. So this one, in many ways, just for fun for Loughborough. They know they've got it in the bag. James Mills will lead them away in the number 1 card, but Julian Couch for Leeds B will be looking to get the first B team win of the year if he can. And indeed, he goes straight to the lead. What a start for Julian. That was absolutely fantastic. But Loughborough coming back at him. James wants this back. He goes up the inside. into Christmas corner and pulls it off. Jack Fisher in the Leeds cart with them as well. Oh, there's a contact there. Oh, dearie me, there's got a couple of stationary carts out of that, but look at this side by side. Leeds B and Loughborough A, and Leeds A are with them as well in the 26. And look at Tom Seddon in the Nottingham cart, number 4, pink helmet. He's now up to 3rd. It's Julian Couch leading for Leeds B at the end of a frenetic first lap. What a first lap it was. Beautiful shot again from the drone as they come round. I'll confirm it as they come round to complete lap 1. Leeds B goes very wide there. We heard someone exclaiming outside the window. Leeds B from Loughborough A, Nottingham A, Leeds B, Nottingham Trent, Cranfield B, Loughborough B, Exeter A, Birmingham B and Newcastle B. Andrew, I'll just have a look at who's falling here because some people's dreams of qualification may be dying amongst this list. Queen Mary A have fallen off. Leeds C, Leeds C, that's big. Leicester B, Sheffield Hallam A, Reading B, Reading A and Durham have all had an incident there.
Well, that's really tough luck for Leeds C. They were one of my 7 teams still with a chance of getting into the mains, but not guaranteed as of yet. I'm afraid, I think Leeds C have just bitten the dust in terms of they may be the 28th, they may be the unlucky team. They're currently 27th. They're going to be looking at Newcastle B now. If we can find out where Newcastle B are, that would be very useful. And they're 10th.
Yeah, driving well is Newcastle B with Kyle Knight at the wheel, driving through the night. Sorry, cheap pun. But yeah, they're doing well at the moment, Andrew. Yesterday, the unlucky 28th spot belonged to Southampton B, missing out on qualification for the mains by just 3 points. That's how close it can be. As there's a change there, was that through traffic or was that a change for position? Not quite sure from the drone shot. Beautiful as it is.
Sheffield Hallam also in trouble, down in 27th place. Sorry, make that 25th, but that's still not good enough. Exeter B are in trouble as well. They're 23rd. They're on the bubble from being out of the mains. Manchester A are going to give it a good stab. They're in a position where they could, if they get a bit further forward, make it in, but it's going to be tough for them. And where are Liverpool C? Liverpool C are 11th. They're really giving it a good go, but they've got to have a brilliant result to get into this.
I really kind of want this for Liverpool in many ways. They've struggled so much through today at certain points. We've always been seeming to be commenting about what's been not going quite right for them rather than what's been going well. Look at this though. We're looking at the battle over second place. You can see the number 1 Loughborough cart there. There's Tom Seddon in the pink helmet. Just behind him is Jack Fisher, and Jack Fisher all over the back of him, of Tom Seddon in the Sheffield A car. Sorry, the Leeds A, cart. Nottingham Trent are here to party as well. They've got Scott Jeffs at the wheel in this one. So here we go, Loughborough A, they're the number 1 cart. Number 4 there in shot is Nottingham A. Tom Seddon with the unmistakable pink helmet. Well, unmistakable unless there's someone else with a pink helmet. We can think of someone, but not racing today. The 26 of Leeds A there. Number 49 showing good pace there amongst the leaders, but it's not on the same lap as them. As ever with the BUKC, there's a melange of different laps in shot at one time. Black flag? Give him some flag. Black flag for Loughborough B for spinning under yellow, and a black flag for Reading A as well, which I think they were already out, weren't they, Andrew? But that's the final nail in the coffin for Reading A either way. Tom Seddon chasing. Oh, fastest lap of the race for Julian Couch of Leeds B, our leader. How impressive has this man been today? Waving arms, Andrew, I think you've got news, haven't you?
Right, the big battle for the last place in the Mains Championship for 2017 is a straight fight between Exeter and Leeds. That's Exeter B and Leeds C. Leeds C have just dropped to 29th place. That puts them on 263 points. Exeter B, though, are holding in 23rd. They're on the magic 265. I've been mentioning it all weekend. 265 points gets you into the mains, and that's proving right again here.
Loughborough C have just received a penalty, but they're just safely through, according to your little maths spreadsheet there. It's a little maths spreadsheet. It's a massive maths spreadsheet, mate. I didn't mean to take away from it at all. James Mills goes up the hill in second
Loughborough
place.
B are pitting. Loughborough B are pitting. This is important for Leeds C.
That's the black flag they got for spinning under yellow. So black flags here are going to come into play because it will give those teams lower down the order the positions they need for the points.
The other thing as well we need to consider is tiebreaker. Exeter B currently take the tiebreaker because they've got 2 8th positions. Leeds C's best position is a 12th. By my calculations, Leeds C need 24th place. They need 4 positions in the next 14.5 minutes.
Battle for second rages on. Leeds having another amazing race here. Leeds B leading the race. Julian Couch has had an amazing day and so far is leading this one comfortably by 2.7 seconds. And there's the 26 kart, the Leeds A kart of Jack Fisher. We heard Jack having an interview with Jacob on the grid. I've never heard of the championship he said he won, but I'll believe him. Why not? As Jacob said, we must look it up and enter at once.
Leeds A currently, in their current position, are going to take 3rd.
Reading A still haven't come in to serve their black flag.
They're also last.
Well, okay. Not going to have any bearing on qualification then. Through the darkness they come again. Putting more laps on the traffic. Loughborough A's James Mills having a fun drive out there, and the gap has gone down to Julian Couch in first place. Look at this though, Jack Fisher of Leeds A having a look there at Tom Seddon and the Nottingham kart whilst putting a lap on, I believe that was the 18 kart. Nothing on there.
This is quite weird for Leeds because we're talking about all of their karts. B's in the lead, A is in a position where they're going to take 3rd overall in the Sunday qualifier. Meanwhile, their C kart has just gained a position. That's 27th. They need 3 more and they will make it into the mains. Where at Exeter B are still 23rd.
Yep.
They're currently in a battle. This is the 54 in a battle with King's College, the number 23.
Well, they're not massively though, Andrew. They're having a quiet time of it. They're 6 seconds down the road from the kart ahead and 3 seconds ahead of the other kart. So they've got to get a push on or have a series of penalties to other karts around them if they're going to really capitalise. They're sort of overtaking-wise in
Exeter
no
B
man's
just
land.
fell a position. Exeter B just fell to 24th. That puts them on 264. Okay, right, so
Newcastle B, Andrew, are dropping down the order. What's that about? What's happening to Newcastle B? They're down 10 places. Something's happened to them.
This is what happens at this stage of qualifiers.
They had a contact warning, but they haven't got a black flag. Newcastle B, drama for them, and they're on the cusp, are they not, Andrew?
They, Newcastle B, they are, you know. Oh my goodness. This well done, Howard. That is well spotted. Newcastle B are falling, and they are falling out of the mains championship. This could be the lifeline that Leeds C need. Indeed, yes. Yes, Newcastle have stopped falling. They're in 20th place. That leaves them on 262 points, 1 point behind Leeds C.
Ooh.
Leeds C are back in.
At the front, I thought I just saw Tom Seddon hit a cone, so we look to the penalties for that one. The irony of this, Andrew, Leeds lead and they're 4th, and
but
yet our focus, I'm sure the drivers themselves care, but our focus has to be on Leeds C, indeed. Where are they at the moment? 31st.
No,
there's been a problem for them.
But the thing is, this is acting as a drop score for them.
Okay, I'm with you.
It's irrespective. They've just got to be 24th or higher to start scoring more points again.
I could be wrong. I may have misheard their interview earlier, but I believe Rebecca, who's currently in that car, orchestrated the move of Dennis Trott. Could be wrong about that one.
Oh my goodness me. And now Newcastle B in 19th. It's a tie. It's a tie on points between Leeds C and Newcastle B. And I'm really, really sorry for Becky. It's out of her control. She needs Newcastle B to start falling again because a tiebreaker goes to Newcastle B. Virtue of a 10th in race 5 for them.
Newcastle B currently 19th with, just trying to find the name, Kyle Knight at the wheel. This is dramatic. This is the drama we love of the qualifiers. You've got a race here where, yes, there's ferocious battling going on at the front, but also certain teams' fates for the whole season are being decided out there in the darkness.
Oh boy.
It's so close. This is much closer than last night. 3 points separated qualifiers from non-qualifiers last night. Tonight, it might be no points at all and done on countback.
Loughborough D are falling. Loughborough D are falling now.
They are, yes. Loughborough D down the order to 26th they go. Further still, Durham have passed them. Loughborough B have passed them. Loughborough D have fallen off, I would assume.
And Loughborough D have a mechanical.
Ethan O'Kelly at the wheel of that one. Okay, so a mechanical flag for Loughborough D, so now they'll pull into the pit, and presumably Leeds C will move up a position.
It will, but it's irrespective. They need more positions than that to start scoring points again. Their current drop scores going into this race with 2 27th positions, so it'll become a 27th and a 31st.
Well, unless Newcastle B accrue some kind of penalty or have an incident, Andrew, again, they're sort of in no man's land. 9 seconds down the road from the kart in front, 11 seconds up the road from the kart ahead, and they're probably about to gain a... Oh, no, they're not, sorry. I'm not sure. Leicester A have just dropped a position, and I'm not sure if it's a legitimate overtake. It was indeed. It was overtake, so they haven't fallen off. So Newcastle B remain 19th.
Oh, my heart goes out to the likes of Liverpool C and Manchester A. Liverpool C have currently got a 10th place, but they're only on 257. That's not going to be enough. Manchester A are 17th. Similarly, they're raising their total, but it's not. Oh, where have Leeds A gone? Why are Leeds A falling down the order? Is there something that we've missed? Apologies.
Yellow's up at Christmas, Andrew, but it's too dark for me to make out who it is.
Leeds are falling down the order. Leeds A, this is, and that's going to give Birmingham third. That's going to give Birmingham third for
overall event.
Overall, the qualifier. Oh my goodness me, but it also could give Newcastle another point if they keep falling.
This is our leader, and it's the lead battle. This is closed up as well. Julian Couch in the 59 Leeds B kart, and there is the number 1 behind this 46 kart. He's a lap down. There is James Mills in the number 1 kart. So we've got a battle for the lead as well here in the darkness. Battles for the lead, battles for the podium of the event overall. Battles for who qualifies, indeed. It's all going on, and we've got just under 8 minutes to go for this all to get decided.
This is a good moment for Birmingham. Birmingham C is striding into the main. Oh, that was off. Is it 74?
Marker. Is it Durham? Like the number 74. I think that might be Durham.
I think it is indeed.
Change for the lead! Change for the lead! Loughborough A get through on Leeds B, and James Mills takes the lead from Julian Couch, who got balked by the traffic there. Couch will want that back. He can still chase. Black flag for Loughborough A, though.
Oh, my goodness me.
And for Exeter B.
Oh, my goodness me. This is huge. This has opened the door again for Leeds C. Exeter B, it's out of their control. They're only on 264 at the moment. It's enough. Well, where are Leeds C now? They're still 31st. Where are Newcastle? They're 19th. Oh, this is just pure drama, pure drama. It's 1 point in it. It's 1 point covering 3 teams, and only 2 of them can make the finals.
Loughborough A come across the line now. They'll see, or they should see, the black flag. There wasn't any signal from the driver to show they know it, as there's a track limit warning for Durham. But Loughborough A are going to drop down the order. They don't have to care in many ways. They've won the event, although James Mills, I'm sure, will be disappointed. It means Leeds B will move back up to the lead. Don't forget Tom Seddon having a brilliant drive for Nottingham A as well, finishing off a decent and, again, consistent. We always say that about Nottingham, day for them. So it feels like the upper part of the field is sort of being decided gradually, because it will be Leeds B 2 seconds up the road from Nottingham A, and then it's a hefty gap of about 11 or 12 seconds back from Nottingham A to Nottingham Trent A. Indeed, there's Loughborough, I believe, coming into the pit lane, or maybe that was Exeter coming in to serve theirs. Contact warning for Sheffield Hallam A. Loughborough are in. So Leeds B and Julian Couch resumes the race. He said earlier today, you know, Leeds are almost doing too well. Well, he's certainly doing Leeds B proud at the moment. Loughborough A dropped down the order, as you can see, in the pit lane, serving the black flag. It was advantage by contact that penalty was for. Manchester A have just got past Birmingham C on the previous lap as well. And that's potentially significant. Birmingham C are on the cusp.
I'm just going to check something. I've got to throw a right curveball in myself. I heard a rumour earlier that Sheffield Hallam B are ineligible in races 5 and 10.
They are.
That changes it.
Driver.
That,
oh, can't spun on the final corner.
Oh, who's that?
They didn't make contact with the wall, thankfully, which would have been nasty. But he rotates the correct way, but it makes it difficult for us to see who it is.
Come back to me, Howard.
Okay.
This might have changed it.
Yeah. Furiously doing maths as ever is Mr. Mather to bring you the up-to-date information. We have less than 5 minutes to go of our qualifiers weekend here at Wilton Mill. It's been an extraordinary couple of days of racing. It's seen some teams come to the fore that, to be perfectly honest, we didn't expect to see. It feels there's a bit of a change of the pecking order going into this season. What I like, though, is it feels like more teams are rising up the order than teams who are dropping down. It just feels like it's going to be really close.
Goodness.
Oh,
I'm going to say this really, really strongly to anyone, especially anyone following Newcastle B or Leeds C. This is provisional, but due to Sheffield Hallam having a driver injury and in races 5 and 10 their kart being ineligible, that's just given, in my calculations, Leeds C an extra point. It's actually an extra point from race 5, where Leeds C were classified as 26th. It puts them on 264, the same as Exeter B. Exeter B take the tiebreaker, but Newcastle on 263 means they're going out. However, the situation changes again. Newcastle B now up to 18th. There's 3 teams, Howard, tied on 264, and that means that Leeds C go back out.
Loughborough B have just got past Birmingham C for 23rd place out there, Andrew.
Oh, this is cruel. This is just cruel sometimes to these teams because it's completely out of Leeds' control. Oh, blimey. 3 minutes to go.
This is really tense. I mean, Leeds will have a lot to celebrate here, leading the race. Brilliant day's racing, but they could miss out here by the smallest of margins on qualification. Newcastle B have just got past Leicester A. Liverpool C have dropped down to Liverpool C are dropping down the order, in fact. They've dropped down to 13th. Leicester B have just got past Sheffield Hallam B. And Sheffield Hallam A have also dropped down 3 places on that last lap as well. But unfortunately, Leeds C haven't, unfortunately for them, Leeds C haven't benefited from that. Right, Julian Couch, after a sterling effort today for Leeds B, is sitting pretty to take the win here. The closest battle in the top 10 is between Nottingham Trent's Scott Jeffs in 3rd place and Exeter A's 4th placed Jacopo Fioravanti. Black flag for Sheffield Hallam B.
That's irrespective there in the legible.
But it might give Leeds C another position, mightn't it?
Yes, it will. But they need more. They need a good 5 or 6 positions more.
Black flag for Leicester A as well, in 18th place.
Which promotes Newcastle to 17th.
Well, Newcastle just got past.
Oh,
Newcastle
who's that
B
off?
just got past Nottingham B.
Who is that off? Can't quite make out the race number. Every position that Newcastle gain is another point for them. So they're now pulling their way.
Can't make that out in the darkness, Andrew.
They're pulling their way in. They're actually on 266 now because they're up to 16.
The drone can go just a little lower. The drone can show us.
Have a good look.
Oh, look at that gaggle of carts going through. It's still ferocious battling. I have to say, we're just going to say it now, Andrew, at the lunch break, driving standard concerns were raised. It's been so good to see the driving standards improve, but as I say that, that was an ironic thing. There was contact there, and the 49 is off, which is Loughborough B. So Birmingham C are going to gain there on Loughborough B.
Oh,
they're going to be up to 21st.
Oh, we didn't spot that one. Birmingham C are back in this relegation mire pot thing because they've had some problems and they're now down in 22nd. They're still in, but just. Right, qualifier situation. Newcastle B are now 25th. They're on 266. Birmingham C 26th on 265. Exeter B on 264 27th and win a tiebreaker with Leeds C also on 264.
Leicester are in the pits for their black flag, as our Sheffield Hallam B will soon be in as well.
Liverpool C.
Sorry, Andrew, we're on the last lap of the day here. Julian Couch has done a fantastic job in the Leeds B car. Here he is rounding Inkermans. So impressed by Leeds today as he struggles to get around the 81 there. That was quite slow out of Inkermans. Is there a problem for the 81? In fact, that's very slow moving. The 81 being Sheffield Hallam B, so not points eligible, but has a black flag as well, Hallam B, so they're going to drop down. Nevertheless, here he comes, Julian Couch, will round the final corner and take the win for Leeds
Fantastic.
B. Brilliant drive, sir. Fantastic work. Tom Seddon takes a well-deserved second place for Nottingham A. And for Nottingham Trent, it's going to be Scott Jeffs who crosses the line third. Or is it? No, someone's in the wall. Someone's in the wall at the final corner. Who was that? Nottingham Trent have crossed the line. Exeter A have crossed the line. Who was it in the wall at the final corner? That's a horrible place to see a cart go off.
Can't quite see it from our
Can't see who
angle.
it is, Andrew. Actually, I can. It's the 74.
It's Durham.
It's Durham. So a cart fairly low down the order. Driver looks to be okay, which is reassuring. Nasty wall to hit there. Not the way anyone wants to see the racing end for today. Had to open the window to get out visuals on that because of the readjustment of our commentary box position. Nottingham A came home second. Nottingham Trent third, just ahead of Exeter A in fourth. Huddersfield A fifth. Birmingham B
second.
sixth. Yes, second overall for the day. Birmingham B sixth. Loughborough A seventh. Cranfield B eighth. Ninth was Coventry A. And Leeds A finished 10th. But as we were talking about throughout that race, the critical stuff was happening further down the order.
It's cruel. It's cruel sport sometimes. I stress this is provisional, but I think Leeds C have missed out by 1 point, and it's the magic point. It's 2-6-5. 2-6-4, and a tiebreaker win would have got you in. So Exeter B, well done. Congratulations. Those 2 8th places in races 1 and 6 have sent them through to the mains, but unfortunately for Leeds C, I reckon they are going to be in the rookies, but they'll give the rookies a really good go.
It's going to be a really good show from them.
As will Liverpool C. In the end, they gave it everything, absolutely everything in that last race, but they're about 6 points short. Sheffield Hallam, really good effort from Sheffield Hallam, 30th today by my calculations on 254. Manchester A might be a little bit disappointed with not getting mains again, but again they'll be in the fight for rookies as they were last year. And I think that's it of the ones that I'd highlighted as ones we need to talk about in that race.
Andrew, dramatic stuff as we get this beautiful shot of Wilton Mill. I don't know how long we've got before we're going to cross down to the podium for the results, this time on both Facebook and Mixler, so you're all going to get the results at the same time. I just want to run through some thank yous now just to make sure that we have got them done. Let's begin. I want to begin firstly. If you want to clarify any of the results after today, you can find them by going to results.alphatiming.co.uk and clicking on British University's Karting Championship, or going to bukc.co.uk/results. That's the first thing. Those results come to you courtesy of the brilliant timing system used here, Alpha Timing. Thanks to the 2 Wills who keep that operation going, one of whom, of course, is Mr. Willie Chew himself, whose brainchild this championship is, and we are indebted to the efforts that he puts in to make this championship possible. Club 100, John Viger and his fantastic team of mechanics and personnel who keep this fleet of karts going. We are so grateful to them for the effort that they do. I don't want to get into it too much now, but there was a very frank conversation had between JV and the competitors earlier today about racing standards. I've been heartened by the fact that racing standards did improve because Club 100 and their happiness. I mean, you and I, Andrew, we've had a relationship with this championship for years now. It means a lot to us that they are happy. So, Club 100, thank you for all that you do. The track, we need somewhere to race at. This place has been brilliant. Okay, I'm being told we have to switch over, so I'm going to do this. Thanks really quickly. Thank you to all the circuit staff and the marshals who have done a brilliant job, made the racing possible. Thank you to Stu Stretton. We haven't mentioned him today, doing fantastic motorsport photography. Check that out online. Thank you to Alpha Live Productions. They provide you the video streaming. Thank you to all the camera personnel. Look at these beautiful shots we've been able to give you. It's fantastic. Thank you also to Jacob, who's been comparing. If you've liked what you hear here, check us out as well. Andrew and I as commentators, Double Dash Motorsport Media. And finally, thank you to all the competitors who have supported the championship. Drive home safely. Let's hand down to Jacob.
Now I just chained up chained to the fence, completely naked, and we're live with the winner of that last race, Julian from Leeds. Julian, tell us how you did it.
Honestly, it was pure fun. People were driving clean from my perspective. The team today was amazing. We've got great atmosphere. It was definitely our day. I loved the track and I had great fun.
I heard on the grid from the guy in your A team that you're inconsistent. Does a second and a first place put paid to that?
I don't know. Who am I to judge? We will see, maybe. I think this year I have not spun on the race, which I did not manage to do last year. So I think I'm getting there, getting my consistency, maybe. We will see as the season goes on, I would say. But can I greet someone?
Sorry?
Can I say hello to someone?
Yes, certainly.
Okay, so the whole Leeds, my mom and my dad, I just want to say hello and hope you're going to watch it and hope you're going to enjoy it. Thank you very much for organizing today's event.
Hey, absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you for turning up and racing. It's been a delight to have you.
Yeah, it was a great day, definitely.
Julian, have a good Christmas. Jubilant celebrations for the Leeds team. Dennis Trott has proved to be a revelation. Huddersfield don't know what they're missing. They obviously weren't doing whatever needed to get the best out of the horse. And here we are with Leeds reaping the benefits of what a pink, fluffy horse can bring to a motorsports team. Quick word on Dennis from you, Julian.
To be honest, I wasn't looking at the first bit races, but second races I was watching 100% and they were great. I really liked them.
Great to hear from you, Dennis. Have you recovered from the BUKC party yet? I mean, you went pretty heavy.
I was hangover a bit, but today I'm slowly getting better. You can still see my head is not 100% up. I still need to sleep a bit more, but I'm ready for next party. I think for Christmas, New Year's Eve, and for the next BUKC party, I'm going to be fine.
Fantastic. Dennis, you have a great Christmas. Go easy on that mulled wine, son. I know what you're like.
Thank you.
Leeds, thank you very much for talking to us. Shake of the hand, Julian. Congratulations. I'll see you again in a minute for a medal. That's it. That's the end of the racing here today at Wilton Mill. We are done. 10 fantastic events. 2 days of brilliant racing, 20 races across both days, and I hope you thoroughly enjoyed all of them. Plenty of great comments about the stream. I'd just like to mention everyone who's involved in that. First and foremost, the Alpha Live guys, James Fitzhugh and Luke Austin. They've been incredible in setting up what they have set up over the past year. We've had Morgan Jones in producing to the last couple of days, and surprisingly he's done quite a good job. And big thanks to our cameramen who are all volunteers here today and yesterday. We had Kieran Gallagher yesterday who ended up racing today for Sheffield Hallam. We also had Charlotte Timney from Sheffield Hallam as well. We had Josh Folks, who's formerly of USW, and we've had Dan from Brunel flying the drone. I hope you've really enjoyed the drone shots. He's got some fantastic stuff done there. Obviously big thanks to Will Chew. We haven't had him on the stream so much today. A bit of an interview with him yesterday afternoon if those of you want to go back and watch that. But all around, real great team performance. Can't not mention the commentators, Andrew and Howard. Always a pleasure working with such professionals as themselves. I hope you've enjoyed their commentary. They get a bit excited at times, and they like the spreadsheets a bit too much. And manual entry to their spreadsheets as well. They really need to get into VLOOKUPs. But enough about Excel. Fantastic working with Club 100 guys. JV obviously has had a tough day, to say the least, and he'll be hopefully right as rain to come and do the podium in a minute. I'll hand over the microphone to him. All staff here, Club 100, the mechanics, the testers, the pusher cart drivers. Thank you to Nikki for doing a bit of filming with us this morning. Big out to my man James Burt, Warwick graduate from last year, always used to bring me cake, stepping in as a pusher cart driver today. Thank you to him. And thank you to all the drivers. Couldn't do it without the students that we have here. It really does make the event. We are currently listening to JV over the tannoy, talking about having number plates and transponders returned, after which we will be doing the podium. I can see Will Chew out the corner of my eye, packing up some of the equipment in the clubhouse. All the banners and flags, I believe, have been taken down. You might have noticed during the last few races you weren't seeing the BUKC logo as much as you have done over the weekend. We're all getting ready to go home because it's freezing cold here at Wilton Mill. We are doing the podium, you'll be thankful to know. But we'd like to get back to our nice warm homes. I've luckily booked work off tomorrow, so I won't be too tired at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. John has announced that we have the results. Some prizes to give out as well. I assume he means the medals and trophies, but perhaps he's got a few things up his sleeves. Not that he usually wears sleeves, he's normally got a gilet on like me. But I assume he does in cold weather like this. Momentarily, he'll be joining me. I'll hand over the microphone to him, and I'll be shutting down the live stream until after Christmas. We will be live streaming every mains championship round, from Buckmore to Hooton Park to the finals in Clay. Looking forward to that, very much so, especially the finals weekend. The finals weekend is always a great atmosphere with graduates coming back to race and the rookies and the mains being streamed as well. But yeah, first time we've ever streamed every single round. Last year we did qualifiers and finals. This year we're going the whole hog. John's here. John, welcome back to the land of the happy. Bit bigger of a smile than the last time I saw you. Did the driving improve in the afternoon? Enormously.
It just proves that they can do it.
There's nothing like a JV bollocking to get them right as rain, is there?
It wasn't a bollocking. I thought it was more of an emotional plead for help.
Yeah.
You know, collective help from everybody. That's all I was looking for.
There was a tear in my eye, I will admit.
Yeah, I know. It was emotional. There you go. So I thought I'd turn on the emotions, and I think it worked. It was good.
Andrew's standing in shot as if he's got something to say.
Oh, well, sorry. Yeah, I'm in the way. We're live streaming, aren't we?
Yes, we're live streaming, Will. I was just saying how we haven't had you on screen. Anything to tell the lovely viewers at home?
Yeah, if you're at university or thinking about it, come and take part. It's the best thing ever.
All right, okay.
It's even better when it's warmer, to be fair. Right, we can do presentation.
Yes, I'm going to give this to John.
I'm going to hand... Oh, you want to do all that again?
Yes, 2 at a time again, John, for the second night in a row. There you go, get that in your pocket.
Okay, whilst I'm getting
goodbye
sorted
from
out
me.
Here, I'm going to hand over the microphone to Will, who wants to say a few words. Over to Will.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Did everyone enjoy that? Yay!
Woo!
All right, okay, so I just want to say a few things before I hand over to John. First of all, you know, we've been doing this for a long, long time now, me and John and the team. So I just want to say a big thank you from all of you to John and his team for putting on an amazing event. Once again, thank you. Thank you, JD. Thank you, crew. Stu Stretton has been out there freezing his nuts off all day. Thank you very much, Stu. He's been taking some amazing photography out there. He put the photos up last night from yesterday. They looked amazing, and no doubt today's will look even better with the weather. So, yeah, thank you, Stu. If you're still here, we really appreciate you coming down, because you're a very busy man. Thank you, Stu. Oh, there you are. Way! I can't see anyone in this light. Thank you, Stu. We love you. We love you. Yeah, the cameramen, they're all, well, camera lady as well, they're all volunteers. You know, about a month ago, Jacob put out an announcement to say we need some help with some filming today, and they've done an amazing job the last couple of days. So a big thank you to Charlotte, Josh, Kieran, and Ian, and of course Dan, the drone man. Thank you, Dan, the drone man. We really appreciate it. And also the onboard camera, Ollie, which we think is cursed, by the way, because everyone crashes when they have the onboard camera on. Jacob and Morgan have been very busy today. Jacob, of course, presenting. Morgan doing the producing on the live stream. Howard and Andrew, the commentators. Thank you, Howard and Andrew. Once again, Double Dash Motorsport Media, is that right? Excellent. And a couple more things. Alpha Live, which is a tiny little business which we set up earlier on in the year after the BUKC finals. We just thought it went really, really well, and it's doing well. So if you've enjoyed today's live stream or yesterday's live stream, please leave a review on Alpha Live on the Facebook page. That'd be really appreciated. 5 stars, please. Thank you. Although this is actually live streaming right now. It's not fixed at all. Never mind. Right. Finally, before I hand you over to John, I just want to say Happy Christmas from me, and I'll see you next year.
Nice one, Will. Brilliant. Okay. So from me, before we just run through, we're going to give out some medals for the winners of each race today. We'll run through that pretty quickly. I just want to say, look, do you know what? Those last 5 races after my somewhat emotional speech. I mean, after I made that, I sort of had a go, but also it was more of a plea for help, really, to make it work, because I don't want to lose BUKC. I love you all. And lots of people were looking at me thinking, oh, God, I'm not going near him. So, look, listen, I'm harmless, really. I'm only little, so I do love you all. And I was just looking out for your safety, guys. And do you know what? You proved that you could do it. You must agree that those last 5 races were much better than the first 5, yeah? They certainly were up at race control. So I'd like to thank you guys and applaud you guys, and thank you for getting it right. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. All right, so I'd like to know if there's a guy from Reading B. I think it was team number 83, Yi Ding. Is he here? Is Yi Ding here from team number 83? He's gone to his car. Oh, that's a shame. Let me tell you a very quick story, all right? So what happened in that last race, about halfway through the race, his name's Yi. He went straight on at the back straight and ended up on the grass, spun out. So Enzo, the pusher cart driver, pulled up onto the tarmac, waiting for him. He was struggling to pick his cart up. So Enzo got out and grabbed his cart and was dragging it back for him. In the meantime, Yi jumped in the pusher and stole it. He did 4 laps in the pusher cart, man. I swear to God, we were in hysterics, all of us. So whatever penalties went on for those 4 laps, we missed because Yi Ding stole the show. So wherever he is, Yi Ding, let's give him a round of applause for stealing the pusher. It was absolutely classic. Anyway, we recovered his cart into the workshop. Yi got his bits and pieces, jumps over the fence and rejoined the race about 5 laps from the end. On his first lap, he fell off in the same place. And Enzo pulled up next to him, waiting again. He went, I'm not falling for that one again. Oh, dearie me. There we go. OK, come and get your medals, please. Winner of race 1, Loughborough A, Piers Pryor. I'm meant to be standing here. Is this all right? Live show? Good. Piers Pryor, where are you? Come and get your medal. All right. Race number 2. What's going on here? Danny. Okay, yeah, King's College A, Danny Dwyer. Race number 3 from Leeds A. Like it. Elliot Frost. Winner of race number 4 from Newcastle A, James de Havilland. Come on, James. Winner of race number 5 from Loughborough A, James Mills. James, hey, Yi Ding, here he is, everybody. Yi, come in the light. Come here, man. Yi Ding. Hey, yeah, you like that? Do you want a job? Yeah. Yeah, you like the... Good. Well done, Yi. Did you like stealing my pusher cart?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you really like it. Nice one. Cheers, Yi. Thank you very much. Round of applause. Oh, God, it just gets better. Oh, man. Okay. Ooh. It feels like I'm on some sort of Britain's Got Talent or something. Okay, where are we? Race number 6, winner, Loughborough again, Piers Pryor. Well done, thank you. Piers, you may as well just stay there, mate. You know what I mean? Not disappear at the back. Race number 7, winner race number 7 from Birmingham A, Rihanna Percox. God, Birmingham. Winner from race number 8 from Huddersfield A, Joseph Jacks. Oh, nice one, Huddersfield. Cheer you, mate. Yeah, why don't you? Winner from race... Where is Joseph? Come on, Joe. Come on, sir. Okay, winner from race number 9 from Coventry A, Neil Vincent. You got a spare medal? Yeah, it's all good. All right. No, you got a spare one. Okay, and winner from race number 10 from Leeds B, Julian what's that? Couch. Sorry, Julian. Well done, Julian. Well done, mate. 10 out of 10. Great, okay.
We go from the bottom, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Do you want me to do that? All right, so here's the results, guys, and this is where everybody's qualified, whether you've qualified for the mains or not. So obviously, if you haven't qualified for the mains, you're going in the rookies, and this is how it went. Cranfield C, no, they were non-counting. Oh, yeah, Yi Ding's team, finishing last. Ready, B? You're in the rookies, Yi. I'll buy you a pusher cart for next year, mate. Your own one. Okay, Manchester B, 41st. It was Queen Mary finishing in 40th. These are all in the rookies, guys. Sheffield Hallam B, 39th. Liverpool B, finishing 38th. All in the rookies. Leicester B, 37th. Then it was Durham, Reading A, Queen Mary A, Kingston B, Cranfield B. Yes, you're all in the rookies, guys. Sheffield Hallam A. Now it gets very close, and oh my God, 1 point is the difference. Yeah, so Liverpool C, you are in the rookies, finishing 30th. Top 27 go through, by the way. 29th, missing out by, just one, Willie. Why does that say those? Oh, yeah, no, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I can relax. Yeah, Manchester A, yeah, loads of points off, basically, finishing 29th. But where it was really close between two teams, it was between Exeter B and Leeds C by 1 point. Who makes the cut into the mains next year? And the team out of the two that have scraped through by that 1 point are team number 54, Exeter B. God, don't sound too happy, Exeter B, will you? Tell you what, I'm inclined to give it a Leeds C. Nah, I wish I could. Anyway, so there we go. I'm going to run through this really quickly then. It was Birmingham C, Newcastle B. You're in. All these drivers, all these teams, sorry, are in the mains next year. Loughborough D, Coventry B, Loughborough C, Nottingham C, Leicester A, King's College A, Huddersfield B, Liverpool A, Kingston A finishing 16th. 15th, Newcastle A, Nottingham B in 14th. Loughborough B 13th. Birmingham B 12th. Leeds Beckett A 11th. Yeah. 10th, Cranfield A. 9th place for Leeds B. I'll tell you what, Birmingham, you've got competition this year from Leeds. Loving it. Nottingham Trent A, finishing 8th overall. Exeter A 7th. Nottingham A 6th. And 5th place for Leeds A. 4th place for Coventry A. And here we go. Finishing in 3rd then, 344 points. Team number 10, Birmingham A. Come and get your prize, Birmingham A, on the podium today after today's qualifiers. Well done, boys and girls. It was that race win from Rihanna that did it. Runners up then, 349 points after 2 drop scores. Runners up today, team number 6, Huddersfield A. Once upon a moon, Huddersfield used to be vocal. The year they won the championship. Winning today, then, your reigning champions, ladies and gentlemen, team number 1, Loughborough A. And you. Thanks, Donna. Thank you to the caterers. They're just going home. Thank you, Donna and the girls. Well done, guys. Well done, well done. Loughborough. Okay, happy? Another big round of applause, our top three, ladies and gentlemen. Remains for me to say then, thank you very much again. Thank you to Willie as well, who does a hell of a lot of hard work. Let's thank Willie too, please. And thank you very much, everybody. Happy Christmas. Have a great new year. We're going to see you at the end of January at Butmore Park for Mains and Rookies Round 1. I'm not even saying that.